Fan favorites are back for a limited time, starting at $12.99. But unlike that petition, it won't go on forever.
With all due respect to the latest advances in technology, mankind's most effective tools haven't changed a bit. Effort in our own two hands. MKC knives are built that way for people who live that way.
This is the story of the one. The one knows the unexpected can put everything on the line. But with a teammate like Granger, she's confident that she will always win the day. Call, click, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Tajín, the irresistible blend of mild chilies, lime, and sea salt, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to Tajín it?
Welcome to the edge of racing, where rookies turn fearless.
All right, I think we're good. I hope we're good.
It's raw, aggressive, unpredictable. On Saturday, it's not about the fame. It's about
I think we're good.
Here.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great fucking day today.
To get there.
Yeah, sorry we're a little bit late because computer wanted to give me shit, so but we're good now, I think. I hope.
The proliferation of attack drones.
Spotlight on America investigates drone dangers, terrorism threat.
Monday at 10 on the
Yeah,
CW6.
so, yeah, sorry about that. And also sorry for missing the stream last night. I was going to take a short nap before the stream, and I set an alarm, but then the alarm didn't wake me up, so I just slept through the stream and slept through the game. The USA won yesterday against Canada, which is fun. Always love beating Canada. But today we got the O'Reilly race from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It is the LaYuna. It's a 300-mile race around a 1.5-mile track, so 200 laps. Breakdown for today's race. We already got the command to start engines. We already got the pre-race ceremonies done. So
I'm not sure that the New York Mets are a playoff team.
we're all good and ready to go.
You've got to watch.
This Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
My win pick for today is Kyle Larson. He starts in second. Sam Mayer starts on pole. So like I said, it's a 200-lap race. The stages are 45 laps for stage 1, 45 laps for stage 2. So that'll be lap 90. And then the final 110 laps is the final stage. Fuel run is 60 to 40 or 60 to 64 laps. So in the first two stages, you will not have to pit under green, but in the final stage, if it went green, you would.
Greetings from the entertainment capital of the world. CW Sports welcomes you in.
Getting ready to go. Cars are rolling off. Not gonna have as much pre-race coverage today as we usually do because I had to deal with all that bullshit. But yeah.
The O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. And here we are at the broadcast booth, everybody, with Parker Kligerman. I'm Adam Alexander. So it's race 5 on the campaign, the first at a 1.5-mile track.
Right, and we're going to have 8 of these this year, the most on the schedule since 2021. But who was the best at this last year? That's none other than 2024 champ Justin Allgaier, who led in every single category. 2 wins, 4 stage wins, 432 laps led, scored the most points. Basically, if you want to be successful at a 1.5 miles in the O'Reilly Series, you're most likely going to have to beat Justin Allgaier, who, by the way, won this race last year and just won last week. He's got a lot going for him.
And I want to welcome in now Jamie McMurray from our booth in Las Vegas, because if Allgaier is going to win today, he's going to have to beat his teammate for the weekend, and that would be one Kyle Larson starting on the front row, Jamie.
Yeah, I love everything Parker said there. The one thing he left out is...
Yeah, usually I'd get about 25 minutes of pre-race coverage, but
putting those stats up.
today it looks like we'll only get about maybe not even 10 minutes of pre-race coverage because the stream didn't want to behave. I had to totally restart my computer, and now it's working.
Always entertaining when Larson comes to play.
Fun to watch.
And he missed the pole by 1 spot. The guy that got him, Sam Mayer, qualifying earlier today. Let's dial up driver 41.
Let's see if we can chat to him. Always entertaining, Sam Mayer. Hey, Sam, it's Parker and the boys up in the CW booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Doing well, but not as well as you. You got the pole, but we've got a hot, slick racetrack ahead of us. How do you keep that thing up front all day long?
We're gonna run pit road this time.
We cut in on their running pit road. Adam, let's see if we can catch them real quick. Nope, we're trying to cut in. I think they might be running.
87 degrees there today in sunny Las Vegas.
And let's get down to the start. It's the fact that we qualified earlier today here on the pole. 6 poles at 6 different racetracks. Who else is starting up front, Jamie?
Yeah, what about Raja Caruth in the 8th position in the car number 32 this week?
But Wayne Martin, you got Austin Hill winning.
4 races this season in Vegas. It's a great track for Raja. He got his first Truck Series win here back in 2024.
And the guy that drove his car that he drives most of the time in this series, Connor Zilic, is back in the number 1 today and starting 17th. He's got 2 top 10s in 2 starts at Las Vegas, including a runner-up last October. If he can get that car handling, we know he'll be a fun one to watch.
Yeah, and you're going to want to keep your eyes on Cup Series star Chase Briscoe. He's in the 19 car this week. He swept the races the last time he raced here back in 2020. He's going to roll off 23rd.
And back on our 4th page, the number 96, Nancy Alfredo, qualified 31st. He's going to have to go to the back, coming off a 10th place finish last week at Phoenix. He has a pair of top 10s here in Vegas. We've been waiting for him to turn around. Last week looked like there was some momentum. They're going to have a lot of work to do today in that 96.
If he gets up there again, he's going to put on a show, and I'm here for it. Alfredo coming off that great run last Saturday in Phoenix. Let's get an update from pit road. Before we go green, we start things off with Kim Kuhn. What's going on, Kim?
Well, Adam, when we talked to Ryan Sieg before his quals run, he was honest and said qualifying is a bit of an Achilles heel for him. Well, he was correct, and they find themselves starting from the 20th position. But despite the challenge of starting deeper in the field, there's not much concern from the team about what they have in the race. In fact, crew chief Matt Noyes reminded me in this race last year, Ryan also qualified 20th and was able to drive the car to a 7th place finish. He said Ryan liked what the car was doing at the end of practice, which is what is important. Dylan, they expect a top 10 run here today.
And Kim, the 2 team and Jesse Love have picked up right where they left off at the end of their championship effort a year ago. Top 10s in every race to start this 2026 season. They finished 3rd in this race last year too, so plenty of reason for optimism again this afternoon. They were on a really strong qualifying lap, had a small bobble, which will put them 7th on the grid. That is not a concern for them though. Danny Stockman, the crew chief, feels like they've got the car to beat today potentially, and he's got a game plan to adjust on this thing as needed to keep them at the front all day long, Carla.
Yeah, Dylan, and Carson Kvapil going on his 3rd straight week piloting a different car. Despite being in the 9 today, it's still the one team that's given him a sense of stability this season. He's going to be with them for 24 races this season. Carson still sits in on meetings, goes to dinner with the team, bounces ideas off them, even when Connor Zilic is in that one car. Said it feels like home and credited Rodney Childers in helping create that atmosphere, which he said helps his mentality when he has to step into those other rides all throughout the season, Adam.
No doubt Carson is winning the game of musical chairs in 2026.
Understatement.
I mean, every week he's got something new. And as Carla said, he continues to knock it out of the park. Now, 00 Team Radio, presented by Starkey. Scan the QR code now. Here's Sheldon Creed.
We're going to keep everything simple here today. I know you struggle with driving and keeping cars full of fuel. So we got a big old guy down here in our Ollie's uniform. He's going to put fuel in it every time he comes in here. So hopefully you'll be good all day on that. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Looking out for you, bud.
I love the sense of humor, but I hope it doesn't change JT.
When the crew chief says that, it can backfire. A light moment from JT as he jabs his driver, and a great report pre-race on what happened this week with Sheldon and the family. Pacing the field today is a Toyota. That's a Toyota Camry out front.
Getting ready to go.
Sam Mayer won the pole, takes the inside lane, 2nd pole of the year. And to his right, Kyle Larson.
And we've seen that inside lane be dominant here on the restarts and starts. And the reason being is just less distance to get to that turn 1. There's a ton of space there as the track opens up into turn 1, and being on the inside just gives you the chance. Use less distance and hopefully get away from that car outside.
I think that could change today, though, with it being so hot today. Pitching that guy down on the bottom, that 2nd group might be. We're going to find out, because one of the best is on the outside of the front row.
I was going to say, the one thing I would never trust here is Larson on the outside, because he's liable to make anything happen.
Alrighty.
We're ready for a 300-mile
Here we go.
drive to the pay window in Vegas.
And green flag is in the air. We are racing from Las Vegas. The O'Reilly race is underway.
Bad start for Kyle Larson. Larson there.
Yeah, Kyle Larson really got checked up there. Lost 3 spots.
Maybe didn't get through the gears. Remember, way different transmissions than he's used to on Sundays in the Cup car. Really stacked up that top lane.
Teammates both finished inside the top 5 last week in Phoenix. 1-2 right now. Mayer out in front of Creed for the Haas Factory team.
And pay attention to the side draft. I saw Jesse Love doing it right there. The last time he raced in Vegas, last September, the side draft was really aggressive. Saw guys using it more here than anywhere as they fan out down the front stretch. Everyone's searching for some clean air.
So Brandon Jones in the 3rd position. Really good.
Oh! Contact! Jeremy Clements! And he's going to go around. Caution is out. Well, that didn't last very long. A 51-second green flag run to start the race. We are under our first caution.
Well, he had a terrible angle.
Jeremy Clements went around, got into Connor Zilish, it looked like.
With that aerial, you could tell he wasn't going to make the corner.
Super shallow.
Yeah, Zilish has a little bit of damage.
Damage to the right front fender of that car as well.
Yeah, and he got into Jeremy. I was wondering.
Not Zilly, Zonkers.
Right from before that, just the way that car took off from the aerial, but just a super shallow entry. Car didn't turn, and Jeremy was the innocent bystander on the outside.
Just outside the top 10. So really good opportunities for these guys that are going to have to recover. Here's a look at what took place coming down to the start-finish line.
You see Connor on the inside right here on the apron. You see Jeremy Clements on the outside. And watch the speed that he carries in. Just, gosh, I'm with you, Parker. It almost looks like something wasn't right on that car as it washed up the racetrack. He just not even close to staying on the bottom.
No, it shot up. So, and you know, he was struggling with hitting the splitter in practice. I got him. He gets loose there because he's got no side force there, being beside Jeb when he turns in and just chases the car up.
It snapped on him. And then when he was catching it going up the hill, Jeremy just happened to be the right place at the wrong time.
Clements so good last Saturday in Phoenix, making his 535th career start here today, matching Jeff Green for 2nd on the all-time list.
Damn.
But he's a part of this early.
Nemechek's first, right? Pretty sure Nemechek is first on the all-time starts list
Sam Mayer, your race leader.
for the O'Reilly series.
Jesse, remember Danny? Hey. Hey.
Nice fit, bro. Thanks. Okay, here we go. How are you doing that? I should have put a hair tie in.
4 parks. 1 vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
Tajín chile lime sauce, mild with major chile lime flavor. It takes snacks to a whole other level. What's your way to Tajín?
When COPD tried to stop you, you kept going. Breztri, a 3-in-1 inhaler, better breathing starting within 5 minutes, and helps prevent flare-ups. Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Colonel knew folks hated Mondays, so he made sure Tuesdays were finger
USA versus Dominican Republic tomorrow, yep.
chicken or tenders for just $10.
I'm honestly not sure if I'll be live for it because I don't know if the cup race is going to go over into that. It could.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, Craftsman, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery, ready for pickup in just 15 minutes. Conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
What a day.
want an experience that wakes you up? A place where you can scream to your heart's delight? Go ahead. No one will hear you anyway. You're here, you don't just watch. You feel. Come as you are and have a damn good time. That rumble you hear, that growl you feel, that's us.
NASCAR on the CW is brought to you by Ace, the helpful place. Toyota, let's go places. And by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people.
You also got Selection Sunday tomorrow.
You know,
Yeah, I think that shit's dumb.
We had a crash lap 1 in the spring race in Las Vegas. This year we make it
Kind of a trend.
until lap 2. The Whelen caution lights are on. The same Whelen emergency lights and sirens you see on the safety vehicles here at the track are protecting first responders and communities all across America. One of those involved in this early incident, Connor Silich. Let's get a report from Kim.
Yeah, early incident involving Connor and Jeremy Clements. Let's get some Starkey in-car communication to hear what Connor had to say.
I'm feeling okay. He's got really loose under him there. That's my fault. Therefore, we'll look at some pictures here. Looked like just a tiny bit on the right front fender. Yeah, that's all it was.
So you heard that. You guys, your assessment was correct. They talked about that damage in front of that right front tire. They did check the tire for any cuts. Tire looked okay. And the good news is the damage was not big enough to bring out the bare bun. So tough start to the day, but it'll be fun to see what he can do from the back of the field.
Yeah, it's always so interesting when you get damage to these cars because sometimes you see what looks like a lot of damage and it doesn't seem to affect it too much, and then that little bit
All
of
right,
damage
pace
there,
car's
let's
off.
get a read on what they have here, and hopefully he's going
We're
to be
about
okay.
to come off. Oh, wait, actually not. Jeremy Clements is stopped on track.
Stopped on the track.
So we'll add a lap.
At the start of pit road, yeah.
He owes NASCAR a lap, so they're going to hold him here.
Oh, he's okay.
He'll rejoin the field. Up front for the restart, Mayer and Creed, teammates of the Haas Factory team. HFT leading laps at Vegas for the first time.
That's why are we going that green if he just stopped there? What the fuck?
Makes its way to the Echo Park restart zone. Echo Park Automotive, where car buying is
Yeah,
easier
back green.
and happier.
All right, well, he got going.
Push there for Brandon Jones. Got real squirrely. He does, and if you look at that second row, the red, white number 2 car, that was kind of the talk of the garage today. We felt like in practice he might have had the best car. See what he's able to do here on this restart. See him going down to the bottom.
Climb up to third from Brandon Jones. Red, black, white, number 8, Sammy Smith is all.
Sheldon Creed up to second.
But has also been a victim so many times of circumstance. Wrong place, wrong time. Very much in the game. And right behind him, you talked about him off the top, Parker. Number 7, Justin Allgaier right in it.
Really good, but I also was just watching there, 88 of Kyle Larson. Remember, he had that terrible start, fell way back, and just went way up the racetrack in 1 and 2. That allowed Retzloff to get below him. He just had a wiggle there in 3 and 4. Kind of struggling there at 88. Yeah, you got to think maybe a tire going down or something. It just looks to me like he's extremely loose right now. All these cars complained about not having enough front grip in practice. The crew chiefs are really worried about over-adjusting for when the race starts. Dylan, you have some more on the 88.
Yeah, I was talking with Marty Lindley this morning about this, and he said that they were going to free up pretty significantly for the start of this race because they felt like Kyle was too tight in qualifying. But he came on the radio right before that first yellow, or right at that first yellow, and basically said that they fired off tight when he was loaded in the corner. So still sorting out some balance issues, but not too concerned, and plenty of time still for Larson to charge forward from 8.
I just go back to last year in the 88. And you think about how good they were on the mile and a half. Even when Larson comes in and fills in Texas when Zilich was hurt, he wins in Texas. The runner-ups that Zilich was able to produce late in the year. Let's do our Toyota onboard camera. Briscoe qualifies outside the top 20, but he's making it happen.
And Briscoe getting past Corey Day there.
17 of Corey Day.
Oh yeah, he's plus 13 right now, guys. He's been able to make that top side work. In turns 3 and 4, you see him migrate right back to the bottom through 1 and 2, but he has made hay on the restarts. And if you watch his wheel, That car, same way in practice, it was nervous. A lot of movement in the wheel, back and forth as you see. He then goes back to the top. He feels really comfortable down there, making good speed.
But you gotta be careful using that top way too early. You can damage the tires, especially the right front. If you're on the first up there, the track still doesn't have a ton of rubber up there. It can be slightly dirty, even though we've had some on-track action today. For whatever reason, when you're on the first up there, you're taking a big risk, and you can look like a hero early in the run, but you will pay a price later in the run if you get up there too often, too early.
17 car a day, very productive here in the fall when he finished top 5. And that organization, HMS, did get a win last year on a 1.5 miles in Charlotte with William Byron. Let's take a look at Briscoe here.
Yeah, watch Briscoe. You see the very top of your screen. Look at the cars he's able to go around. Everyone in dirty air. He just commits to that top side. That is so much fun if you're in that position. Look at the momentum. He passed 4 or 5 cars there in one corner. But you know, he made all that ground up. But guys, the one thing that I saw, Dave was able to actually get back by him after he passed him on the outside. You see now, Briscoe has migrated back to the bottom. That's discouraging for me because I want to see the track get wider. Hoping that with the high temps that we saw today, the amount of fall off in the tires that we see here, almost 2 seconds over the course of a run, that we would see guys get to the top. But it just seems like most of them are heading to the bottom right now.
Sam Mayer with the fastest lap right now, 14 laps in.
Positions throughout the race for whatever reason. Doesn't matter if it's just a sunny day like this. And
caution.
For whatever reason, we got a caution out.
Oh.
Second yellow of the day.
The zero car. Cole Custer. Oh, and fucking Sheldon. Oh, wait, no, that's not Sheldon. They have a similar paint scheme, so I thought it was Sheldon. And I saw the green on the front thing. His name Green. It almost looked like Creed. But Sheldon's good. Austin Green.
I mean, it has really been a brain freeze covering the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series this year because of all the rotations of drivers.
It was about a 3-minute and 4-second green flag run right there.
Qualifying effort started outside the top 15, was up to 12th when it stepped out on him. And a cool story here, driving for SS Greenlight Racing and Bobby Dotter, went over and drove for them in 2022, got the victory in California, the only victory they have in the history of that organization, and going to run that car 5 times in 2026.
He's usually really good when he comes to the O'Reilly Series. Let's take a look here, going through 1 and 2, the top right of your screen. Oh, he just got loose underneath. Who is that? Is that Raja, the 32? Yes, that was Raja. He was underneath. You can even see the donut on the right side. It looks like Austin Green may have just got helped around trying to slow up for this. But very similar to kind of what we saw from Connor Zilic. These Cup drivers still active the old side force in the Cup car.
Second caution of the day. 14 laps in Las Vegas.
O'Reilly. Need parts fast? O'Reilly Auto Parts is fast. Need them now? We got now. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. We're O'Reilly Fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Forget the warm-up. DirecTV got hot. They're on fire with more MLB games than anyone. Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
How old are you?
11.
What causes a current down there? Is it Peyronie's disease? Is there somebody I can talk to for help?
I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease?
There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Peyronie's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at GoGetSomebody.com.
Sometimes the best way to tell people you love them is to let a grill full of Kingsford do the talking. Kingsford, savor it.
That's rough. But hey, with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Anywhere I want.
Any way you want. It's the way you need it. It's your windshield. Get it fixed any way you want with SafeLight. SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Somewhere out there, someone's paying $30 for a single plate of steak and shrimp. What? Add a lobster tail and you're pushing $50.
Really?
But here, it's only $7.99.
In here, we're balling.
It's actually fire.
What is?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fireball.
I've been told my whole life that I'm pretty fast. For a girl. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's not true. Because with the right team, you write your own
You moved with the start time for the IndyCar race? Oh, yeah, I saw that. Because it's like going to be really windy
I'm not
there.
fast for a girl.
I don't know why
I'm
that
fast,
matters.
Period.
The drivers in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Here we go! Racing every lap as if it's their last.
Way to fight, buddy.
Hitting every turn with nothing held back.
Let's go! They can't stop it!
See why everyone is talking
Fans on their feet.
about NASCAR's newest superstars.
Burn it down, buddy!
The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Next Saturday from Darlington at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific on the CW.
Get ready to power up. Don't miss the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Get your tickets now and experience the adventure only in theaters April 1st. Been a slow start for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series here in Las Vegas. A couple of early yellows, so the Whelen caution lights being fully displayed once again.
Not surprised, though. I think it's fair to say this track is tough because of the speed it has, the amount of grip it has. It has grip until it doesn't. And what I mean by that is you get in there and your car feels good. It's not like it's hard to catch it when it gets out from underneath you. And we've seen big display of that so far today.
Well, and look at the consistent theme of both of these incidents that we've seen. The bumps into one, get the car unsettled. You think about Connor and Cole coming out of the Cup car, which has more grip than these. It's a slick day, as Jamie's mentioning. Those bumps combined with the aero effects you have at such a high-speed racetrack like this. You're entering at 190 miles an hour into turn one, mid-speed of around 170. You're never going slow around here, so there's a lot of aero effects combined with the bumps that some think maybe have gotten worse over the last couple of months. It's a very treacherous place.
Yeah, the bumps are interesting here because they're really only into turn one. And if you can get a little bit above those, it's a faster line than cutting back down. But man, when you hit those wrong, and we show video of that qualifying in practice, you see the car move. It doesn't look like much from the outside, but inside the car, it is a handful. The one thing I see in this shot right here, though, you see the shadows from those billboards. If the track gets hot today, that will be grip up there, being able to run in that. So turns 1 and 2, it's tricky. Right here, you see a highlight of where
the bumps are, right? So that's where they are. You either go above that or below it. If you're all the way down, you're basically gonna have your right sides in it. If you're on the white line, you just touch the bumps. If you go up the groove, you've got to go high enough that just your left sides touch them. But there's almost like a no man's land that when you're in there, and especially if you've committed a ton of speed like we saw from Cole Custer, once the car starts hopping and getting all that movement, you're along for the ride.
Hey, Jeremy Clements gets the free pass here, so he's back on the lead lap. Of course, he was a part of that first caution of the day. And also want to pay off, you see Chandler Smith leaving pit road here. He and LeVar Scott also got together, and we didn't see that in our initial replays, but watch, you see him high side into turn one. It's back behind the 51 and the one that they were getting into it.
Yeah, that happens a lot. You see a wreck in front, like Chandler probably sees that, LeVar does not, or the spotter, one says it quicker than the other. And Parker, I think you'd agree with me, when a caution comes out and you see something, the first reaction is to look in the rearview mirror and see like how quick are they closing in on me, because look, sometimes that's what happens. It just happens in racing in general. You slow down, the guy beside or behind you doesn't.
I even tell people on the road, if you have someone checking up in front of you on a highway, look in your mirror as you're doing it.
Oh, yeah. Let's get a little Kyle Larson radio, 8th right now, as we get ready for the restart.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm on it or not. I'm just bound up, loaded. Like I don't load and kind of squeeze into the banking and stay turning. I load very numb. Coming.
He feels like he might be on the splitters, what he's talking about there. They've complained about that all day long with this car, that when it gets loaded up in the corner, the front doesn't want to turn. Typically the splitter hitting is what causes that, but I feel like they've worked on that car and just have not got it to Kyle's liking yet. They've got a couple more shots to work on it, see if they can get it better.
All right, here we go. Pace car's off.
Halfway through the opening stage, time to find our rhythm. Leaders coming to the Echo Park.
And green flag's back in the air.
Mayor Creed front row.
Sam Mayer with another great restart. Just vaulted away from the field. Has a gap to both the two and his teammate behind him. Didn't even have to clear them down the one. He was gone.
Whoa.
Look at Chase Briscoe on the outside again.
Cars are so
Guys,
fast.
He is just going to the outside, making up a ton of ground. I feel like he has a great car, but he is manhandling his own restarts. Look at that, all the way up to the very top.
He's a Cup guy. He's had success here on Sundays. Swept here in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series in 2020. Doesn't get to run all the time. Came to play today. Did Chase Briscoe. And now we go full throttle with Sound Gear. Wherever sound is a problem, Sound Gear has the solution. Scan the QR code to learn more at soundgear.com. Turn it up. Tell you what, Briscoe's getting after it. He'll be racing his teammate for 4, Taylor Gray to 54, if he can get around Jesse Love. 2 not giving up in that outside lane. And there goes the 19 completing the pass. Briscoe up to 5th after qualifying 23rd, and he's doing it without the benefit of a ton of green flag laps.
Yeah, but what's benefited him are the restarts. Like, he has just done such a good job of getting to the outside, and we've had 3 or 4 restarts, one after another, and he's been able to get 2 or 3 cars. I'll tell you what, he's going now. I didn't think his car looked that good when the race was kind of settled out a few laps ago, but it has come to him right now.
Yeah, but look how he's doing it, right? Using the outside lane, first one up there, ton of grip. Right now, we'll see how that pays off on the long run, but definitely utilizing the upside, the top side in 3 and 4, just running the wall up here, getting monster momentum off the top.
Clayton Kershaw has been removed from the Team USA roster for Jeff Hoffman, marking the end of his professional baseball career.
He's actually reported that he was a little free, at least he did earlier in the start of the race before this most recent yellow, so that's at least given him some maneuverability to drive around these guys and kind of go where they're not. So I saw him before the race. I said, what do you think? You know, you guys going to have a good shot at it today? He just kind of laughed. He said, I just want to go out here and have fun. I think if we can get to the top 10, that's a pretty good day. So he's done that and then some from 23rd to 4th here in stage 1.
Yeah, and I think that, Parker, that goes to kind of what you're saying. Mostly, if you're a regular, like, well, I don't want to go up there and burn my stuff up and then fade way back. He doesn't care. He has nothing to lose, right? He's here to try to win the race. If he burns the tires off, he does, but it doesn't seem like it's affected him at this point.
Briscoe's a dirt guy from Indiana. Dylan's a dirt guy from Indiana. You can tell he called him the hard charger. And that's what he is, plus 19 early. Allgaier looks good as well. Qualified 9th, trying to get 2nd away from Sheldon Creed.
The exact opposite.
And Allgaier trying to get past Sheldon. Sheldon's holding him off.
Super disciplined, running that white line, getting the left front there, getting the car to rotate, shortest distance around this track and through the corners. This is what won Justin this race last year. He was so good at staying committed that white line and wrapping the corners, doing that once again here. And for whatever reason, over the last couple of years, it's just been the predominant line at this place, and he does it really well.
And getting to see him run the bottom like that tells you that he likes the way his car feels. As you see Sheldon Creed move up the racetrack, when you move up the track, it's almost a little bit of a crutch for whatever balance you're fighting. Typically, if the car's not turning good enough, you'll move up and you can find some grip. But Justin being committed to the bottom tells you he likes the balance of that car.
I mean, it just stands to reason. If you're racing at Las Vegas in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, 7 is going to be good. Justin always outstanding here, Ken.
Yeah, and Adam, disciplined is going to be the word of the day because we've heard Parker use it multiple times to describe Justin at this racetrack. When I talked to crew chief Andrew Overstreet this morning, I asked him what makes Justin so good here, and he said the fact that he can stay disciplined. And then before the green flag flew on the radio, Justin reminded his team to say, stay on me to be disciplined in that line. He said, I don't think I'm going to go up to the top, but I do want to be informed on who's up there. Otherwise, I'll be wrapping the bottom, and it's good to know where other guys are. Right now, he just said really good, little free to the middle, but then tight. But overall, really good race car, he's telling his team.
Allgaier riding third behind the teammates out front. Creed is second. And leading the way, the man that started out front, Sam Mayer. And this move on the restart was key to get ahead of the curve and take the lead. 41 in command right now at Las Vegas.
Men, get ahead of your curve. Explore Peyronie's disease treatments at GetSomebody4PD.com.
ACE's YardRx program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Ooh, that's rough. At least with Safe Light, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Anywhere I want.
Any way you want it. It's the way you need it. Any way you want
I can schedule a chip fix while I get my hair clipped? Yep. They can fix my glass while we fish for bass.
If you want.
They can recalibrate my safety features while I sit at home in my comfy pants?
That one doesn't rhyme, but sure.
Get it fixed any way you want at SafeLight.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Thought they were cooling off on the sidelines? Well, they're just getting warmed up.
Surprise! DirecTV got hot.
Hey, you know, I played in high school.
Really?
Well, I went to high school. I didn't go to high school.
Anyway, it's never been easier to do your favorite sports on live TV and streaming apps. So hot. Wait, there's no ice in yours. Why would I ruin a perfectly good bath?
Folks, I've seen a thing or two, but these prescription prices, rising higher than a rooster on stilts. Ain't that right, Dusty Pete?
Reckon it's time we rope them in.
Good old Rex makes saving time and money easier than splitting a biscuit.
First time ever the O'Reilly series has the chase yet. And it was just announced just now that the Bahrain and Saudi Arabian Grand Prix will not take place in April because of the Iran war. Oh. They haven't announced if they'll be rescheduled or if they'll just be canceled outright.
Tahini, the irresistible blend of mild chilies, lime, and sea salts, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to Tahini?
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I did not check who was behind me at the game. Dude, she just pointed at me. That's crazy. Checking Allstate first was the right move. Not checking who was sitting behind me was humbling. Yeah, check Allstate first. You could save hundreds. Go Bruins.
Go Bruins. Great Saturday afternoon in Las Vegas. You're watching the O'Reilly Auto Parts series on CW. And, you know, I always thought that Justin Allgaier was an unselfish, easy-to-work with kind of guy. He could have waited until we were back from break. I know you saw it side by
TV
side.
works.
Yeah, but here he is dancing around Sam Mayer and staring right in the eyes. Stage win number 5 at this place. He's already the all-time leader at Las Vegas, and this battle won't go away. The two sprint car drivers from California just trading blows. 88 is Larson, 17 is Day.
Well, it happens every week. The HinderCars.com cars, they find each other, and they just confuse us. They put different drivers in it. It doesn't matter. But those two cars seem to be on top of one another every single week. And that's a positive moment there for the 88, which we have.
So you think they reschedule a Bahrain race? I hope so.
Kyle Larson actually moving forward now to be in 7th, fell back as far as 9th, and even
flirted with being outside the top 10 as he finds the wall right there.
Day just hanging on to it. I would say, though, if you're Corey Day and you finish 9th or better in 3 consecutive races, if you can go out and race around Larson and gain a little knowledge, and we've seen it this year, he uses that opening stage, stage 1, stage 2, to get better each and every week, Jamie.
Yeah, and Adam, I talked to Adam Wall down there earlier today, and I'm like, listen, decent run at Phoenix, and to me,
Saudi races. No, the Saudi race is in April.
There was no controversy around what Corey Day.
That's the other one they got.
The racetrack just had a normal day,
Taken
not
off.
perfect, but kept his car clean. And I think after hearing the meeting they had with with Rick Hendrick on what he expected of Corey, I thought he did a great job last week.
Well, this is not the first time these two have battled here in Las Vegas this weekend. Thursday night, high-limit sprint car. They're going at it for the win here.
Bit of a theme. You got Larson there in the white car, Corey Day in the black car, racing each other here in sprint cars. Look how they just bounce those things on the right rear, going all over the racetrack. Similar to what we were seeing there. And that close for the win goes to Larson. But wait, what's that sweatshirt?
Owen is wearing a Corey Day sweatshirt in Victory Lane. I mean, is that allowed?
Kyle said he hoped he gave it to him for free.
That's right. Yeah.
He said he better have got it for free.
It was great when Kim talked to him earlier today during practice, and Larson got a little bit of a dig in there at his young driver.
Corey just had a massive slide right there off of turn 2. Actually, I saw him next to the sprint car.
Hanging on to it, and his whole team went over and watched him run the sprint car the other night, and Adam was telling me, he's like, listen, he knows those cars. Like, he's like, he could crew chief that car, and he's like, ultimately, I think that's his goal to get over here is to learn these. It's all so foreign to him, and he's drinking from a fire hose, right? Trying to learn. Kim?
Yeah, Adam told me the same thing, and he was really excited to have the opportunity to go to the dirt track, see Corey in action, and that is what Corey has told him he wants on this side, to have the same understanding of these full-body stock cars as he does on the sprint car side. And then a two-part to this is that Kyle Larson in the field is a huge advantage for Corey, and Adam was also really excited about that.
Got 4 to go on the stage.
With Larson running
Allgaier's the leader.
Corey's going to have somebody to really lean on and learn from, something he's kind of been lacking in this series. Yes, he does talk to some of the JRM guys, but really he's kind of out on an island at this point and doesn't have really good mentorship in the series yet.
We have a battle going on between these two.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Qatar. Forgot about that.
On Sheldon Creed. Sheldon crossed him back over. Now Taylor Gray's going to come in and get a little piece of it. I think Sheldon's bleeding right now, just wanting to get to the end of this. Balance of that car has went away.
Well, this is huge for Taylor Gray, who's had his fair share of issues this year. He wants those stage points. I mean, you can't rely on the win and you're in. You have to get it done in the stages, finish strong in the races, and he'll take all he can get here. With 3 to go, stage 1, and he picks up a spot. 54 is 4th right now.
What I think is so impressive about Chase Briscoe is he's obviously really good on the high side, up next to the wall. We've seen him make a ton of passes up there, but he's also got the versatility in that car to go to the bottom when he needs to. He threw kind of a slider there, and Sheldon Creed got loose off of 2, gathered it up, and completed the pass. That's showing me he's got a lot of versatility in that race car. Not something we've seen out of the 7, who he's trying to chase down up in the lead. That might be something the 7 team's looking at and thinking we might need to find some of what he's got.
Well, they're all going to have to do some work because the 7 Allgaier just has them covered right now, running a couple of tenths quicker than anybody can late in this race. And I think it's safe to say that's just the 7 strategy. It seems like every week they don't have the short run speed, but Justin manages that race and wrap the line like we talk about. Always fast at the end of these runs.
Look at the graphic. Joe Gibbs Racing has not had a top 5 finish this year. 3 cars in the top 10 as we hit the final lap of our opening stage. Man, Justin Allgaier, just amazing here at Las Vegas. Been incredible this year in stages. Top 5 every stage so far in 2026. But this
and Justin Allgaier wins stage 1 at Las Vegas.
City for driver 7, who won this race a season ago. Mayer getting stage points for the 3rd time this year. By that much, Creed in front of Love for 5th in the stage. Day doing what he needed to do. How about
all right, so it was about a 14.5-minute green flag run there
in the stage.
to end the stage. I'm going to go outside and smoke. I'll be back for the start of stage 2.
But at the end of 45 laps, the man out front, is the guy that's trying to repeat here. Justin Allgaier in charge at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, it's been great. I saved hundreds when I switched to Progressive.
Molly Burke is passive progressive.
That's so great. Maybe you can buy a bigger sun hat.
Molly doesn't have progressive and takes it out on those who do.
You know, if they make one.
I can handle my claim online or on the phone, whatever's easiest.
Tiana, she can be laid back. Let's eat, girls. I'm so happy you didn't blow all your savings upgrading to a better room. Oh, look, they do have rooms with balconies.
Don't be passive progressive.
Lucky.
Switch to get good coverage and savings for yourself.
From the moment you took your first breath, you had something to prove. And boy, did you ever. Roads worn, clouds punched, sweat mopped, up and down, back and forth, over and over and over again. And when it was finally time to enjoy it all, COPD thought it could stop you. Well, COPD never met someone like you. You kept right on going. Breztri has 3 medicines and 1 inhaler with better breathing starting within 5 minutes and helps prevent flare-ups. Now that's a COPD maintenance treatment that works as hard as you do. Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help. Ready to take back your breath? Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Arby's Meat and 3 box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and now you can also get the Big Crispy Fish Sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meats.
The drivers in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Here we go! Hitting every turn with nothing held back.
Burn it down, buddy!
The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Next Saturday from Darlington at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific.
I've been representing workers' compensation claimants for nearly 20 years. One case that stands out in my mind is that of a roofer who fell off a severely pitched roof, broke his back, and was left permanently paralyzed from the chest down. We took the case and went to work. Photo evidence proved that there was no safety equipment being used on site, and we obtained the maximum award for that young man. Stanley Law, the maximum award people.
Ryan Phelps Auto Sales in Rome is open, joining Auburn, Sodas, and Phoenix. Ryan Phelps started selling cars as a high school teacher 16 years ago, and the growth never stopped. Ryan's goal is to be the best at really bad credit financing, but carry an A+ reputation.
Just because your credit's bad doesn't mean you have to buy from some place like this. My staff cares about its reputation, so it's certainly going to care about you.
Visit RyanPhelps.com and see why from Rochester to Utica, everyone's buying from Ryan.
The cold fades, and a familiar feeling returns. Leather pops. That's Fine Barrels, the rhythm that means baseball is back. Now, before the regular season writes its story, hope springs eternal in Tampa.
On a gorgeous afternoon here in Tampa, Florida, it is time for baseball.
Watch Yankee spring training baseball on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
Stage 1 complete in Las Vegas. This stage rig on CW, brought to you by Arby's. And look at this, power problems for the 41 of Sam Mayer, who finished second in the opening stage and led 32 laps from the pole.
I'm having power issues. That's not good. Get your steering wheel button. No, it's not bad.
So what he was referencing right there is there's a kill switch on the steering wheel. But it sounds to me like maybe it's electrical. I mean, it's hard when they say power issues. I'm just assuming that.
Yeah, well, there's a couple things you
fire,
can, and there's a couple things you can do, right? You can cycle the power in there with the actual master switch, which can hopefully sort of recycle everything. That sometimes can work, but obviously Sam came on the radio and said that's not the case. There's a bigger issue here, so they'll have to investigate. He put the net down so they could get in there and start fooling around on the dash and see if they can find something.
Maybe try to replace that switch. Sometimes that's something that's just to go to a different steering wheel, maybe even possibly.
But built in. This team, James, not had a clean race this year. When you think about, he starts on the pole at Atlanta, has the tire problem, came from 3 laps down, to finish in the top 10. Had the Gremlins last week, had to come from behind, finish top 5, and it felt like maybe today they were going to put it all together. Qualifies on the pole, leading all those laps early, and now this.
Definitely, but it's got power, obviously.
It's got power, right.
Being able to crank the motor, it just won't fire.
Progressive pit road is open. Allgaier leading them down. Let's go to Kim.
Yeah, and his crew chief Andrew Overstreet reminding him to be a little bit conservative because we see speeding penalties often here. He's going to land in the box. He said the ride quality is great, just need a little entry security, but he doesn't want to tighten it up too much in the center. He just needs it to turn. So they'll just make an air pressure adjustment on those 4 fresh Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel billing.
23rd to 3rd for Chase Briscoe. Said he was free into turn 1 and felt like he was over-rotating the right rear. So wants some more front grip. They might make a wedge adjustment here to help that. Taylor Gray, bottom of the screen, said he felt like the grip doesn't come in until well past the midway point of the run for them. 4 tires and fuel for the 54.
Pit road execution is big. You want that track position. You want to be in control. Jesse Love wins the race off pit road +4. Nice work by the 2 team. Taylor Gray won the pole last week. Gets the #1 pit stall. He gets a spot. Allgaier wins the stage, but falls to 3rd. Briscoe and Larson complete the top 5 coming off the pit lane. Stage 2 in Las Vegas coming up. We're glad you're with us live on the CW.
Thanks for coming in to talk about Doug Jr.
Of course. 3rd grade is when I learned Liberty Mutual could save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
Why don't you come sit with us?
Oh, a little snug. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Bipolar 1 can overwhelm your mind. Sometimes depressive lows and unpredictable highs can make it hard to get out of your head. Finding relief may help you break through. Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, uncontrolled movements, tremors, feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar. Breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
Arby's Meat and 3 Box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and now you can also get the Big Crispy Fish Sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meat. Get the CNY Central Weather Authority app now. Weather comes at you fast. Get the information you need and keep safe. Download the CNY Central Weather Authority app now.
The focus of the firm here at Smith Sovic is litigation and all aspects of it. We go with the expectation and the intention of winning.
We have the best trial lawyers in town. We have the most experience.
We have a winning culture here. We have great lawyers that want to win more than our competition.
We've had all different kinds of lawyers win cases, case after case, because that's what we do, and we do it very well.
Smith Sovic is one of those places that's going to work as hard as we can to represent you.
Yeah, Sam Mayer had problems under that caution. He was slow on the track and pretty much came to a stop. Had to get pushed.
Keeping out the elements
by
while stepping up your
by the
appeal.
push truck.
There's a name for that feeling. With siding projects, quality materials, experienced installers, and lasting value are essential. But making the right decision all comes down to comfort. Call today for 50% off and pay nothing until 2027.
The CW6 News at 10. News you can use when you need it. Uncovering the facts on issues that affect you. Keeping you weather aware all week long.
We're on earlier and here for you.
The CW6 News at 10. Get more orange. Samantha Croston, Ashley Wenskoski, and Syracuse legend Eric Devendorf give you news and perspective on all things orange. Available on the CNY Central YouTube page, sponsored by Apex Entertainment in Destiny, USA.
Blame yourself. There's no way you could have known.
You're under arrest for criminal negligence.
I told you not to leave.
If I just listened to you, we'd still be together.
There's more to this, and you're letting on.
NASCAR on the CW is brought to you by Ace, the helpful place. Progressive. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit progressive.com. And by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. Getting ready for stage 2 at Las Vegas. The Whelen caution lights are on. What you are seeing right now is the same Whelen emergency warning technology.
Yeah, Sam Mayer's being pushed back to the garage, so that's not good for him.
Trusted every day to protect those who protect us. And as you can see, Sam Mayer, second in stage 1, having issues. They pushed his car behind the wall. Let's go downstairs, Dylan, with a special guest.
Yeah, with the Grand Marshal today, Jacob Laughlin, who gave the command. So if you watched Landman, you certainly know who this guy is. He's a real race fan, though, too. We see him at the Chili Bowl. He's a real hardcore race fan. So what's been the coolest part of the experience for you today? Obviously got to give the command, like we said, and get to see this from kind of the down low perspective.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is my first time to a NASCAR event, and it's absolutely insane. I have to thank the guys from Wild Protein Snacks for bringing me out. Also, they have a great product, by the way. No, this is absolutely incredible. It's an honor to be Grand Marshal and be able to do this. I'm just happy to be here, man.
Yeah, glad to have you here. He's a racer, too. Used to race micros when he was younger, so knows what it takes to go fast here, guys.
Really, really cool. Love the show. Love that he's here representing.
Very cool.
He mentioned Wild on the Quapple car. Didn't get any stage points in stage 1, driving the 9 for Junior Motorsports this week, but 11th prior to the choose as we get ready for our second stage restart. And riding on board with Austin Hill, 1-800-PACK-RAT, giving us a bird's eye view of what he's thinking as we begin this second stage.
This will be the first restart. Let Sam Mayer really leading the charge there at the front. Obviously, his issues, unfortunately.
All right, get ready to go back green.
See what Jesse Love has starting on the front row on the bottom.
Allgaier, who won the stage, restarts in row 2.
And back green.
Front row, Love taking the inside control car to his right. Taylor Gray, the Echo Park restarts on, and we're underway in the second stage.
Can't wait to see what Briscoe does here. He's got his teammate in front of him. There he goes. He's already moved to the top.
Was there any doubt?
Yeah. But look at Larson. Larson fills that hole. It seemed like it's been working better down in 3 and 4, though. We'll see if he can generate the momentum he needs. It can be tougher after a caution like this where all the rubber on the bottom got picked up. The top side just doesn't have the same amount of grip as the bottom because no one runs up there under the caution and picks up that rubber. And sure enough, he doesn't get the momentum that we saw earlier. Actually falls back in the clutches of Kyle Larson. Yeah, and a way better restart for the 88 right there. So they've made some good. Look at him be able to wrap the bottom right there, maybe get to the inside of Justin. Good changes to the 88 car on that stop.
And just back behind this lead group, William Sawalich in 8th. All 4 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas in the top 8 positions now. Sawalich had to go out early in qualifying because he didn't finish great last week, but has worked his way to the top 10. 3 wide here. Larson, Creed, Briscoe, and Wait.
3 wide racing.
Yeah, but that's what makes this track
Between
so
Larson,
good.
Creed, and Briscoe.
Talk about Briscoe working the top. You see Larson on the bottom. Creed being right in the middle. It's an awesome track for 3 wide racing.
We just received word it was a fuel pickup issue for the 41 of Sam Mayer, so he's going to get back on track, but just unfortunate for a team.
Yeah, Sam Mayer loses a lot of laps.
A great day.
He's now 7 laps down.
Have that happen to you, still running up front. Oh, those are the days that hurt.
Being shown 6 laps down right now.
Yeah, Jesse Love missed the bottom right there. See if Taylor can generate a run down the backstretch. That 2 was good in practice, but it just doesn't seem like they have the speed that they did earlier today when the track was cooler. See, he missed the bottom again. Taylor's going to work the inside. See what Allgaier decides to do. Who's he go with here? Maybe neither. Make it 3 wide.
Puss and his Chevy teammate that outside lane. Well, maybe. Now he crosses over to the bottom. Side by side for the lead. Gray looking inside of Love, and the Whelen caution lights.
Caution.
Another problem for
No, another Jeremy Clements caution.
Easily able to get back to his pit stall there. Spin through the infield grass on the front stretch.
What an eventful
That's about in a
day
minute and
for this
26-second
51
green
team.
flag
The
run.
problems lap 2, you get turned around, eventually get the free pass, get back on the lead lap. It
Sorry,
worked its
2
way
minute,
back
26-second
close
green
to the
flag
top
run.
15, even though they were out of balance on tires, and now you have another problem here in the first handful of laps of this second stage.
And gonna run out of tires at this rate if they keep it up.
That's right. There you see it, coming off the 4, right at the entry of pit road. That tire going down is the report that we got. And we'll analyze who was leading the race when the caution came out after the break.
Everything on the line.
At O'Reilly Auto Parts, we know racing isn't just speed.
It takes teamwork, hard work, and commitment. The kind of dedication that wins races.
It's more than auto parts. Our professional parts people can offer you the right parts and advice so you're ready for every turn, straightaway, and moment along the way. We are the sum of our parts. And those parts, they're powered by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Credit One Bank presents Max Out. He's a credit wrecker. His eyes are bigger than his wallet. And his credit score pays the price. You see, Max doesn't know he should only use 30% or less of his credit limit, because using his full line can lower his score. Don't be like Max Out. Instead, learn how to avoid the wreckers at creditwreckers.com. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Ooh, that's rough. At least with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Anywhere you want. Any way you want it. It's the way you need it. Any way you want.
I can schedule a chip fix while I get my hair clipped? Yep. They can fix my glass while we fish for bass.
If you want.
They can recalibrate my safety features while I sit at home in my comfy pants?
That one doesn't rhyme, but sure.
Get it fixed any way you want at SafeLight.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Somewhere out there, someone's paying $30 for a single plate of steak and shrimp. What?
Teeny tiny shrimp.
But don't worry, here we have big butterfly shrimp.
In here, we're balling. It's actually fire. What is?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fireballing.
Everyone's trying to find their inner peace these days. Turns out, peace tastes just like chicken done right. Kingsford, savor it.
ACE's Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care, specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
The drivers in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
Here we go.
Racing every lap as if it's their last.
Way to fight, buddy.
Hitting every turn with nothing held back.
Let's go! They can't stop it!
See why everyone is talking
Fans on their feet.
about NASCAR's newest superstars.
Burn it down, buddy!
The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Next Saturday from Darlington at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific on the CW.
Test your luck and make your power play by heading to your local lottery retailer to get in the game for tonight's estimated Powerball jackpot of $75 million. Quick stop on the way to the airport. See if you win big.
I'd hit that.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah, I'd share with you. Caution is out. Stage 2. Here are power movers. Chase Briscoe having a day, plus 18. Blaine Perkins looks good. Kyle Sieg, 11th here last year at plus 9. How about some love for Josh Williams? Both the Siegs on the board, and Dean Thompson plus 8 as well. And now we do our golden moment, brought to you by Golden Corral. This is like the Chase Briscoe segment. Flexing muscles, outside lane. Let's just make it full line.
Around the outside, but it didn't matter if it was the outside, the inside. He was just making passes and finding a way by other cars. Most of them were up next to that wall, but he could go anywhere in that 19 car. It was mightily impressive to watch through the first stage. I think he's put a couple people on notice. If he can get to the clean air, he could be very fast.
Yeah, I saw Josh Johnson's like fucking
We went to break.
team journey. It's like
When I questioned
insane.
who was leading the race.
Put like the 49ers 4 different times, the Ravens like 3 different times.
Jesse Love were going back and forth, but you revert
Bengals
back
like
to
3
the
different
last timing
times.
line. It was Jesse Love, so he is in control as we anticipate the restart here. To be he and Gray
They
on
go to
front
the Jets
row,
twice.
and then
Like,
behind them, Allgaier and Larson. And Larson in that outside lane. I'm looking forward to watch the 88 and the 19 here on the restart.
And one of the things I thought was interesting those last couple laps is when Taylor Gray and Jesse Love were racing tooth and nail. It's not like Jesse was an issue. He was just watching and waiting for it to sort out. And where does he come on the strongest? That's late in the run, on the long run. We saw that before. That veteran discipline of just taking your time and letting them sort it out.
What about the race leader, Dylan?
Yeah, they've haven't been perfect
the lag
here
is
so
gone,
far. Jesse
Jaden.
feels like they've maybe been on the splitter a little.
The lag is gone and the
Also,
heat is
don't feel
on.
like that the corner is connected.
The heat is on.
So a lot of times here it seems like we hear loose
On
end,
the
loose off
street.
in tight center. So they're just trying to piece it all together to let this car right at the bottom.
Oh, they put the lights back on the pace car. Fucking whores.
Hard on the crew chiefs to know what adjustments they need to make. The one thing that sticks out to me at this point in the race is all the cars who we thought were going to be contenders to win. You look at the 2-car Jesse Love leading right now, and then we mentioned Larson and Briscoe. They've all migrated into the top 5. Allgaier, who won this race a year ago, you see him second row inside. It's all starting to come together for a great race, great battle to the end.
Cream always rises to the top, right? That's what they say.
You just come
That's
up
what
with that?
that's what my grandmother said. It's not an old saying, right?
Obviously, NASCAR added a lap, didn't have everything exactly where they wanted it, so we'll go one more time around, and then we'll get the restart. Already working.
How are you doing,
caution at
Jaden?
number 4. One of those, obviously, the stage break to end stage 1, but had a few more moments in this race than we normally do, stage 1, stage 2, in recent history. By the way, the free pass did go to Sam Mayer, so he goes from 6 laps down to 5. That's the good news for him. Bad news is Clements goes a lap down when he has the spin, so he would be in the free pass position. I thought maybe Mayer was in a spot where he could get on a run and have another one of those great comebacks, but he's going to have a little bit of help here.
How many did he make up in Atlanta?
3 down.
3 down. I think we might have a little bit of debris they're talking about on Jesse Love's grill. Doesn't look like much, but they run these things right on the verge for the water temp to maximize the downforce. And if you're the leader, it's going to be really hard to get that off, maybe pull it behind the pace
Doing
car.
good. That's good to
When
hear.
when we're on board with his teammate there,
How was your
shutting the motor off
activity?
and coasting. That's not just about saving fuel and making your stops faster. It's also cooling that motor and getting it
You
in the
just
right
did.
temp range for the restart here. Not getting it overheated when it's not getting all that airflow under caution.
The lights off in a pace car, so we'll
Your
go
grandfather
green this
racing on the
time.
beach?
Field
That's
is set for
sick.
the Echo Park restart zone. Automotive, where car buying is easier, better, and happier. Love and Gray on the front row. 27 to go,
Back green.
stage 2.
Sure does seem like that outside row has struggled to get the power down.
Oh.
Multiple guys out there. Briscoe trying to make it 3 wide again. Allgaier to the top side. They're 3 wide behind
Jesus
them.
Christ.
Does Jesse get to it?
Jesse Love with the lead.
Jesse Love.
Sawallich's going outside as well.
Man.
Creed bounces out there. Briscoe dogging his teammate.
Friends with the Unser family? That's sick.
All the way to the top, trying to find some clean air. See if he can get the momentum. He's going to get tight right there on exit.
Hey, look at Corey Day. Looking to get in the top 5 in that red, white, and blue 17.
Yeah, and Creed's done a really good job maintaining in that second lane. See Dave bouncing around on the bottom through 1 and 2. Creed's going to have that momentum on the outside, get a little sniff of Taylor Gray right there in front of him.
Feel it in your veins.
Quite clear Corey Day there, so he couldn't get back to the bottom. Kind of that middle groove.
Cocaine?
As Justin Allgaier does the same here to Jesse
Or
Love.
heroin?
He's gotten to that corner.
Yeah, it's more heroin than you feel in your veins.
Trying to take that momentum into 1.
Oh, and it's so frustrating when they get to your right rear quarter. Not only gets your car loose, it bogs your car down. Justin rolling in that second lane.
You know, we call him Jeff Burton, the dog. Justin Allgaier, the old dog. Just lays in the weeds, waits for his opportunity, and here he is once again.
Justin Allgaier back to the lead.
Leading at Vegas.
Oh, when you hear the engines. Oh, yeah, it's just the most beautiful sound in the
The
world.
run on the outside right here, going to be in the preferred position when they get down to 1 and 2. A little side draft.
He saw what Justin did and said, that looks nice. I'll try to do exactly the same thing. It actually does right here. Looks like he'll probably clear Jesse Love. For Jesse, this is a really frustrating moment when they keep getting your right rear like this. You mentioned it, Jamie. It slows you down. He's going to lose 2 spots potentially on this lap with Taylor Gray getting the
Briscoe into second.
There's nothing you can do to combat it. You just
about a half second behind Allgaier.
Momentum once they clear you. Well, and he's committed to the bottom. He must not feel like he can find any grip. You'd think if you got passed by 1 on the outside, you'd move up, but sometimes you just know. You're like, listen, I know I need to be on the bottom right now. It's where the most grip is. He just went right up in front of him. I don't think that was on purpose.
Sam Mayer has the fastest lap of this race. He's 5 laps down in last place. But he has the fastest lap.
Gray able to drive right through there, complete the pass. You know, I think Love, and the way things finished last week in Phoenix, wins the stage, leads over 100 laps. Couldn't get the victory, finished second, and here he is today in position, but can't quite get over the top.
Take a look back at this. You can see that Jesse Love just YOLOs it off into one. YOLO? Throws it off in there.
YOLOs it.
I'm going to try the little slider here. It just doesn't quite
YOLO'd
get
it.
stopped in the middle to be able to basically park the 54, and Taylor Gray drives right by him, right on past.
I mean, they got the California connection going at it right now. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, all from California. Love, Day, Creed, and Larson. Fun to watch these talented drivers, so accomplished at various levels, different types of race cars, and delivering big-time Stage 2 at Vegas.
Gray's coming hard right now.
Day moving up the racetrack. He's been running on the
He's
bottom.
surging.
Saw Creed move up. He moved up there. This guy right here, Connor Zilch, is making a nice little comeback. Had that issue early on. He's +9 since the restart. He's been able to make up a lot of ground right here. Childers has made the right adjustments. And that front end taped up. Car's looking good.
You know, you reference Rodney Childers, and you couldn't help but feel what he brought to the table last Saturday at Phoenix when Carson Quapple was driving that car. Just so strong. We know the Childers history at the 1 mile track just outside of Phoenix, Arizona.
Here comes Sheldon Creed past Corey Day.
Here today is Creed.
5th. Oh, man. Oh, Corey Day, man. Looks like Sheldon will end up getting the spot, but that's because Corey Day had a hard time hanging on there. But he saved it.
Really loose, had to walk the car up the racetrack. That got sort of Corey Day loose as he went up the racetrack, and they were all moving around.
There's Larson coming in this battle.
Trying to wrap that white line. You know how much fun that is? These guys are having right now. Racing, you see Creed getting super loose. Look at Dave hanging on to it right there. Listen, they are having a blast out there, working each of these lanes, trying to get by each other. One passes one corner, the next goes by the next. It's awesome. That is so sideways. You think Larson's watching that as his protege smiling, thinking, laughing.
I just wanted to see Larson's eyes. They had to be the size of Easter eggs with Easter coming up next month. I mean, he had a front row seat for that dance.
Well, he's packing air on him right now, getting loose again, saying, hang on, here I come.
0 sympathy. 88 coming through. Larson up to 6.
Larson past Corey Day.
Here's another lesson. You heat up that right rear. Now I'm going to get to your rear bumper. Pack a bunch of air. You're going to be loose once again. Good luck. You got to cool that right rear down.
Over halfway through Stage 2 at Vegas. Allgaier out front.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. Turn left, Tyler.
Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you don't want to do the repair yourself, we can recommend a shop for you.
Okay, Tyler, let's go fix your car.
Auto Parts.
When COPD tried to stop you, you kept going. Breztri, a 3-in-1 inhaler. Better breathing starting within 5 minutes and helps prevent flare-ups. Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Everyone's trying to find their inner peace.
What's
these
this link,
days.
Jaden?
Turns out, peace tastes just like chicken done right.
Yeah.
Kingsford. Save
Yep, the Bahrain and Saudi Arabian Grand Prix have both been canceled because of the Iran war situation. Tensions in that area.
My younger self?
Things not going so great. I mean, the tensions are also in our area.
We got
So,
this. If we push ourselves, we'll go further than we ever thought we could.
Arby's Meat and 3 Box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and now you can also get the Big Crispy Fish Sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Okay, now that you've bundled your boat and RV with your home and auto, you're ready to hit the open road.
Ooh, or set sail on your next adventure.
Tomato. Yeah, because you save time and money, you could just go where the road takes you.
Ooh, nothing but smooth sailing.
Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Okay, looks like we're in ship shape. Yarr, shiver me timbers.
That's an impression of a pirate.
Boat. Race number 5, 2026 for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series brings us to Las Vegas. You're watching live on the CW. 12 laps to go, second stage. Justin Allgaier, who got his 85th career stage win in stage 1, is leading. Briscoe's hanging in there in second. Gray, Love, and Creed, the top 5.
Briscoe was about 2.5 tenths faster that last lap than Justin Allgaier. We've seen him go to that high side. He's there right now, so he's found some speed up there. Look at the momentum he's going to have off of 4. This is what feels so good when you're doing that, is that you just get these huge runs that compound down the whole front straightaway, then into 1 and 2, go to the middle side, see if he continues to get that run again with that momentum.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the 7's getting bigger.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely getting momentum.
Briscoe's catching him.
To try to respond to this. See, Briscoe it's super committed to the top side. Gives up a little time through the middle. You hear him working the throttle a little bit on exit. But watch the run that he generates. Gosh, down the front stretch. Relaxed inside of that car. You see him set his hand down, maybe make a little adjustment over there to brake bias. Went a little lower this time through 1 and 2. About a groove lower. Maybe it was better. Last time was, he went a bit high. Just had too much distance, essentially, when you get back to the throttle so early.
This really is deja vu. If you go back to last year,
It felt like he was going to hit.
Wow. But you think about Eric Almirola and how good he was in that 19 last year. These two were 1-2 in the stages. These two cars, the 19 and the 7, with Almirola behind the wheel.
It's almost like he's moved up because he got stalled out behind Justin, but now really not making up the ground. Their lap times fairly similar right here. Oh, it's such a commitment right there to enter right against the wall. So committed, using a ton of brake right there. You wouldn't think you use a lot of brake up near the wall, but he used a fair amount to settle the front end, settle the car, not let it move around too much on the entry, and then have that perfect entry.
8 laps to go on the stage.
To the wall, which gives you that little bit of effect of holding the car on the right side, and then it allows you to get back to the throttle earlier than the car on the bottom. Yeah, he's tight up there right now. You see him turn the wheel, just stays very steady. The car looks significantly more comfortable than what it did in practice earlier today. Oh, things snap. Yeah,
Briscoe gets a little bit in the wall there.
Right up against the wall. See him get loose. I love hearing the throttle as he gets up by the wall. You'll hear the drivers use the throttle either to drive up to the wall or start driving kind of away from the wall. We get another lap here. Justin's responded now. You see him move up.
Seven to go. Little radio there, talking lap time, where everybody is with 7 to go in the stage. Let's get an update here. Corey Day, Kim.
Yeah, earlier in the day during practice and qualifying, you guys noted the conditions may be a little bit different than typically at Vegas. It was very calm. There was no wind. Well, those conditions have changed a little bit. We are getting gusts, so let's listen to the in-car, courtesy of Circuit Communications of Corey Day.
Is that wind or what is that? Yeah, copy that. Still by 2 back to the middle now.
So you heard Corey asking, is that the win? And yes, in fact, flags are horizontal down here. The canopies on the pit boxes are starting to billow. So, Parker, what kind of feel are you getting in a race car if the win becomes a factor here at Vegas?
That's a great point, Kim. And what it is you see that flag is a tailwind down the backstretch. That's pretty typical here. What it does is that actually makes you go faster in the corner. It removes some downforce potential, can make you looser. And also when it gusts, the car will do something suddenly that you're not expecting, and you have to think, well, I did everything the same I did last time. What was that? It was the wind. The other thing that happens is that it becomes a headwind into turn one, which means you can carry more throttle, more speed into turn one. The car gains downforce in that case, so it has a lot of effects that you just have to adjust to. And mind you, in the car, you can't feel that wind, obviously, so you've got to get that reference from your team, the spotter, whoever, who can help you know that's what's happening.
And it's deceiving because it makes it feel so good in turns 1 and 2 that you're like, oh, my balance is great. I've got a ton of grip. But then you get to 3 and 4, and it's the exact opposite. So you said it. You can't feel it in the car. You got to kind of watch the flags.
Oh,
it's tight right there with Sawalich on the outside of Custer. You see
Sawalich and Custer racing hard.
Sieg's going to have a run behind both of those guys.
Ryan Sieg, top 10, last 4 races here, 7th or better. Nearly won this race. A playoff event in the fall of 2024. Lost it to A.J. Allmendinger, but hasn't performed at the level I'm sure they would have hoped here today. 14th, as we said, behind Sawalich and Custer. 3 to go, second stage. Carson Kvapil trying to get some stage points here. He and Brandon Jones racing for 10th. The green and white checkered flag in the offing.
Brandon running that really high groove
getting
like his
one to go on the
Chase
stage.
Briscoe was. Had a good battle on the right with
I'm sorry, it's 2 to
Kyle
go.
Larson and Sheldon Creed.
And left of your screen, Allgaier leading with some lap traffic out there. What will that do to upset the apple cart? We'll see 1 to go on the stage after he comes off turn 4 and back to the start-finish line.
And I know Allgaier's in a little bit of traffic right here, but I've been watching lap times. That 88's been the best car on the racetrack.
And Justin Allgaier is going to win stage 2 at Las Vegas.
Kyle Larson is to run the wall and make good lap time at the end, but he's been able to run great lap times right around the bottom of the racetrack.
Jeremy Clements in the free pass position. So how Allgaier handles this could be
a weird
big
thing to point out,
as we
Jaden.
wrap up the stage. And actually, I take that back. Bird is now in the free pass
Wait,
position.
what? He didn't fucking... They lied to us.
I was right. Clements is in the free pass position, so he would get the free pass here.
This is the final lap.
Allgaier going to stay behind.
All right, now he does it.
And complete the sweep. Justin Allgaier wins stage
Was that
2.
my fault or their fault?
Second behind him. Gray, Love,
Justin Allgaier wins stage 2.
Bird fighting for his life at the end right there. It's so good to be able to stay on the lead lap at the end of that stage.
Creed gets points. Day does as well. Zilich in the top 10. Hill was 9th, and Kvapil does get the final stage point. But it's his teammate who's handled things here so far. Justin Allgaier wins the stage. It's a great evening in Sin City, and we're happy you're with us live on the CW.
It's a little bit under a 15-minute green flag run there to end the stage.
Looking gross.
Jesse, you remember Danny?
Hey. Hey. Nice fit, bro.
Thanks. Here we go. How are you doing that?
Four parks, one vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
That's rough. But hey, with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Anywhere I want.
It's your windshield. Get it fixed any way you want with SafeLight.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace. Then I realized the more you bundle, the more you save on insurance with Liberty Booty.
Like you're talking my love language.
No, I've been taking word classes online.
Wow.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Look at this. Endless big butterfly shrimp for us, endless steak for them.
Oh, did you know that buffet is French for happy wallet?
I take German.
Well, amigo, you just got schooled in buffetonomics. Yodelay.
ACE's YardRx program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Tuesday, NXT on the CW proves.
Welcome to the Oneida.
They really cut off that last
Practice of
commercial
Dr.
for a
Bruce
Yankees
Stewart.
commercial.
We treat every patient as if they were our own family. We specialize in the least invasive surgical techniques for implants and laser periodontal therapy. Improve your smile without metal. Ask us about SureSmile clear aligners. Our 3D printer allows us to make mouth guards, dentures, and surgical guides for implants right in our office. Get world-class dental care with Dr. Stewart and his staff in Oneida. Call and make an appointment today. And as always, come smile with us.
I'm an investigator here at Stanley Law, and there's a case that stands out in my mind over the years. There's a client of ours ends up becoming missing in action. I fly all the way out to Los Angeles, California, searching for this man. We searched soup kitchens, rescue missions, Skid Row.
That's the end of stage 2. Getting ready for the start of stage 3. Not quite at halfway yet, but getting close. I want to thank everybody for joining this stream. It's in this. Drop a like on the stream. It would be much appreciated.
We still be together. There's more to this, and you're letting on.
It's the perfect time to fuel up with Arby's new $7.99 meat in 3 box. Arby's is giving you a whole lot of food with a classic roast beef or crispy fish sandwich and 3 delicious sides. That's more meal for your money. Scan the QR code to order now. In the Arby's app, Arby's, we have the meats, and Carla Betts here hanging out with you in the CW garage. And breaking the series record last weekend for most consecutive seasons with the win was pretty cool for Justin Allgaier, but getting his crew chief, Andrew Overstreet, back into victory lane for the first time since 2024 is what made it so special. Allgaier called his Phoenix win and Andrew win, recalling the good pit strategy and adjustments after starting 17th last weekend. He said Andrew is the perfect balance of being prepared without reinventing the wheel for a 17 that stayed mostly intact this offseason, and we're seeing that confidence come to play with stage 1 and stage 2 wins, Adam.
If I was a crew chief, I would say just put me in Phoenix with Justin Allgaier, right? Especially if it was my birthday, which it was last week, as we say, for Andrew Overstreet. All around, just a great day for that team, big win, and he's in charge here today. Allgaier in front of Briscoe, Gray, Love, and Larson. Jeremy Clements did get the free pass. He'll get back on the lead lap. Pit stops after stage 2. Progressive pit road is open to Kim.
And Carlin mentioned it, Justin Allgaier sweeping those stages, but that last adjustment.
Justin Allgaier's been in every single race since the beginning of 2009. Every single O'Reilly race.
He's going to make a small air pressure adjustment to get the front turning a little bit better for this next run. 4 tires fuel. Dylan.
Chase Briscoe said he was super loose into 1 and tight landing into 3, which they thought might be due to the wind. So Chase's only request was to not tighten him up. Just wanted to be a touch better.
Oh wait, that's not true actually. He didn't race in 2014 to 2015.
Grip too late, but can't be any more laterally free than he is right now. No big adjustments for them.
A repeat of what we had at the end of stage 1, the race off Progressive Pit Road, and it's going to be Jesse Love plus 3. Allgaier loses 1. Briscoe up to 3rd, Creed and Gray, the last off of the pit lane inside the top 5.
It's looking gross. Jesse, you remember Danny? Hey.
Yeah, he was.
Hey. Nice fit, bro. Thanks. Here we go. How are you doing that?
4 parks. 1 vacation that changes everything.
Universal Orlando Resort.
That's rough. But hey, with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Any way I want. Any way you want it. It's the way you need it.
It's your windshield. Get it fixed any way you want with SafeLight.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Air Jordan 1s going for just $69. You guys, are you kidding me?
If y'all love steals and deals, gotta check out Whatnot.
You can find insane deals on just about anything.
Everything is live chat. You
Arkansas versus Vanderbilt for the SEC championship.
Condition.
Congrats. This is what I bought from Whatnot. And if you are not checking out Whatnot, you're missing out.
Butterfly shrimp and steak to go. Tonight, we feast.
Yeah, we dine like royalty.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Okay, you are banished from the land.
Not yet! Huzzah!
No, take a sip.
It feels so good.
Okay.
I can't! Huzzah!
The car shield, we want our employees to be themselves.
Where's my yogurt? Woo! How'd that taste?
But at the end of the day, it's all about the customer.
CarShield's doing it better than anybody else alive. They're the money saving, roadside assistant, son of a gun protecting you from expensive car breakdowns. CarShield cars go farther. Woo!
Thought they were cooling off on the sidelines? Well, they're
Fucking ice bath, bro.
Surprise!
Fuck
DirecTV
that.
got hot. Hey, you know, I played in high
I
school.
kind of want to try it though.
Well, I went to high school. I didn't go to high school. Anyway, it's never been easier to
But,
keep
like,
up with your favorite sports on live
also
TV
fuck
and
that.
streaming apps. So hot. Wait, there's no ice in yours. Why would I ruin a perfectly good bath?
ACE's YardRx program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door. With service so good it's guaranteed. ACE is the place with the helpful hardware,
folks.
NASCAR on the CW is brought to you by Golden Corral. Golden Corral honors our nation's heroes. Progressive Insurance. Get in the savings lane today. Visit progressive.com. And by the Credit One Bank, NASCAR American Express card.
Isn't all guy using the same scheme he won with last year?
Brought to you by Tableau TV. Pay once, watch forever. Problem for Ryan Ellis driving that
Ryan
Tableau
Ellis
car
with the
on
hood
pit
up.
lane, scored in 33rd. Ready for the final stage here in Las Vegas. Stage 1, Stage 2, you can run through, don't need any fuel. This final stage, everybody going to have to make a pit stop. You got most people have 2 sets of stickers on the pit lane. Some guys had problems, had to make a stop early in the race, so they may be in a different situation. But the players
Getting ready to go back green. It's going to be 103 laps to go.
Great effort by the 2 crew on the pit lane. He's in charge as we begin the final stage with Allgaier to his right, row 2, Creed and Briscoe. Leaders heading to the Echo Park Automotive
And
Restart
back
Zone.
green.
Closing on halfway at Vegas.
Final stage is underway.
All day long by the outside, Allgaier.
Jesse Love in the lead. All guy using that same scheme that he used last year.
Jesse clear just
And he
right
won.
there through the bottom. He does. Gets up in front of the cover down the back straightaway. Make sure he doesn't have big momentum. He's got both lanes covering now. Back
Sheldon
to the
Creed
bottom.
coming for second.
Allgaier's been so quick.
Battling Allgaier.
Second groove.
Here comes Sheldon.
Stockman's made the right adjustments to the 2-car for this stop. Gets some speed out of it. To the top. Did not quite
Damn
work
it.
there. 3 and 4. Just lost a host of positions when he went up there. Just doesn't have the grip on the restart. You see Zilich now go up to the top. Larson's going to look to the middle. Going to be 3 wide down the back. And I don't even know if it's that it doesn't have the grip up there. I think it's just on the new tires. The guys have so much grip on the bottom. It doesn't look as impressive. See, you listen to the throttle that they can use. Just less distance.
Wow.
Jeez.
In front of Zilich there in a blue and white 21. Haven't talked a lot about him today. Came in 3rd in points. Top 10 at every mile-and-a-half race a year ago.
This restart for Briscoe has been disastrous. Got forced to the top, fell back, now stuck in the middle, 3 wide. But you're just trying to gather positive momentum at that point and stop the bleeding a little bit. It looks like he might have. There he goes to the top once again. Jamie, I disagree with you. Oh, there it is, a 19 into the wall. That time it basically looked like. So I think it has less grip up there.
Well, it might work.
Yeah, I disagree.
Bunch of Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas right there. Orange and white, number 18, Sawalich.
And Allgaier has second.
Right now, just behind him, you got Jones.
Got 11 people in here. Thank you guys.
Saw Sammy Smith trying to make something happen. There it is on the replay. Into the wall.
Woo is right, Jaden.
For Briscoe.
Yeah, that was pretty good contact right there as well. Body will
Briscoe.
pop back out, but did he bend?
Oh, and he's back in the wall again.
In the rear, hopefully okay.
Loses more spots. Briscoe has a problem.
It was a really hard hit. It's rubbing. We see him slow on the right side of our screen. I think he's got a tire going down right now. We're going to have to get back to pit lane.
Yeah, you said it, Parker. Terrible set of events right there for the 19 out of bad.
Hopefully he can get back to pit lane.
See him trying to get down. He's waving his
Jesus,
hand,
Jaden.
to the bottom so he gets to pit road. They're
Why you hating?
Behind him. This is going to be really tough.
Oh, boy.
Running cool, 44, 92, Josh Williams.
Oh, my Lord.
He missed pit road.
Gosh, that's a lot to manage. He missed it.
Briscoe missed pit road. Jesus Christ.
Oh, now we missed the shift.
We'll get back to it.
Back to the front. Love leading Allgaier.
Yeah, better to miss that than slow down and cause a wreck right here. He probably knew that he had. Brennan did a good job of missing that. That could have been a huge wreck off of 4.
And he was doing what you do there, which is watch your mirror and just hoping the 44 would have went up and he could see clear racetrack behind him, but he did the right things. You said, saw that.
That's right there.
Stop you on the brakes, tried to stop when it was so late, but it was too late to get on pit road, and there he does.
And here he comes. Now Briscoe's on pit road.
Here after all that calamity.
You know, and sometimes, Jamie, you see a team overcome an unscheduled green flag pit stop because everybody's going to have to make one. Problem here.
Not here.
Briscoe's outside the fuel window, so we'll have to come back. This is just really disastrous to come down in this situation.
No, and watch this battle you got for the lead over here on the right. Jesse Love, I saw last lap through turns 1 and 2. He's kind of countered what he did different. He ran a little higher through 1 and 2. Ran a really good lap the last time through, but the 7 still just has a little more front grip. Trying to work to his inside. Now he's going to be in the preferred position down here. Allgaier's passed him. That's so frustrating. Got him on the outside.
And Allgaier passing Love for the lead.
Now he's going to get him on the inside.
Justin Allgaier's the new leader.
Jesse did all he could to get down on the door there of Justin, trying to squeeze.
We're not a new
the
leader,
corner,
but he's taking the lead again.
But to no avail. Once Justin got to that white line, he found the grip, got the car rotating, was able to slip on by. Yeah, how do you protect that, Jamie, when you get beat on the top and the bottom?
Yeah, you're going to have to make some good adjustments to your car because the 7 is just, man, he has the momentum right now. That great win last weekend at Phoenix, and he comes to such a good track for himself. He and Andrew Overstreet are doing an awesome job together, making the right adjustments. And it's not like
So Briscoe's a lap down.
Cars
Sam Mayer's still 5 laps down.
A little bit throughout the top 10 or 12. I know Zilich had some issues earlier. Even Larson hasn't had a stellar day. 7 car doing an awesome job.
Junior Motorsports has won 4 times at Las Vegas, including their first ever victory as an organization in 2008 when the Hall of Famer Mark Martin pulled into victory lane. It's a really, really cool moment for JRM, and here they are all these years later, over 100 wins, and Allgaier in charge of the field one more time.
And the key here for Jesse Love is to do exactly what he just did there in 3 and 4. He basically followed the tire tracks of Justin Allgaier to learn how to be on that bottom lane. Now he does something different in 1 and 2, but I thought it was interesting in 3 and 4 when Allgaier first got ahead of him. He missed the bottom basically a lap or 2 in a row, and then that last time was able to get right down there and actually gain a little bit on Justin on the exit as we see Austin Hill on the inside of Zilich here. And Austin gets that white line. He's the one who taught a lot of us that this was the line to use back in 2023. He used it to get to victory lane, but not quite had the car today.
Catfish, bottom feeder, Austin Hill. That's right, yeah. Hey, this pit crew view brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, and we're following the one team. Rodney Childers on the pit box working hard. Comes back to the O'Reilly Auto Parts series. So much success at the Cup level, in particular with Kevin Harvick. You think about the run they had at Stewart-Haas Racing. Some question marks about where he was going to land in his career, but comes to Junior Motorsports doing a great job. And here we are for the lead.
And Jesse Love takes the lead again from Justin Allgaier.
Returns the favor. The reigning champ is leading once again.
Wow. It's a great race in here. Ooh, Justin Allgaier gets a little...
It wasn't that Jesse Love had a spectacular lap. The 7 of Allgaier
got a little
had a
fucky
really
there.
bad set of corners in turns 3 and 4. See that balance?
Yeah, he didn't get
Looks
to
like
the...
he got loose, early, and then just didn't get the momentum on the exit.
He didn't get to the white line, and you get stuck in almost no man's land at that point if you don't commit and get to that white line. We saw Jesse do that earlier, then learned from it, counteracted it, and is now able to get to the lead. Let's take a listen to Justin Allgaier's radio.
Quite a bit freer right here. Yeah, I saw your moment. Just reel it back in, get back in that rhythm.
Larson's in 6th. Larson is my win pick.
Being too
I
loose.
mean, there's still a lot of race left, but
I tell you, this isn't a track to be too loose.
to be in that
because
car
of
and
the
to be
speeds
Kyle
that you have,
Larson
it's so hard
in
to
an
hang on.
O'Reilly race,
First time we've
figured
seen
he'd be
7.
like at least in the top
A little bit of a
3.
weakness right here. The 2 capitalized on it. Slowly driving away right now.
And you could see, Justin, just that last time through 3 and 4, there was a lot of wheel to the right, basically counteracting the slide for the right rear. So, and look at Sheldon Creed even gaining on him. So it's almost like a switch flipped here for Justin Allgaier in terms of being so dominant and suddenly being too loose.
Last 2 champs running 1-2, but they're closing on Allgaier, Creed, Gray, Day, the top 5.
Closed captioning for today's race is brought to you by Tableau TV. Pay once, watch forever.
Race fans, don't miss a single lap. Catch the races for free with Tableau. Plus, pause and record all the action.
And Progressive makes getting claim support so easy.
Joe Lyons is passive progressive.
Wow, they support you, Grandma supports you. You're a lucky guy.
Joe doesn't have progressive and takes it out on those who do.
And Progressive makes it easy to make changes to my policy.
Oh, great, you can add Sarah here.
It's Julie.
Right, Sarah was the one your mom really liked. Hi, Julie.
I'm putting my Progressive savings towards another cruise.
Look how young you were.
Don't be passive progressive.
Look how cute you were
Get good coverage and savings for yourself.
before you could talk.
Unlike other value meals, Arby's new $7.99 meat and 3 box has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously, it's more meal for your money. Where'd that come from?
Arby's, we have the meat.
Oh my God, shaking!
Whatnot is an app where you can buy and sell all sorts of collectibles.
You need to get on there because you never know what you're gonna find.
It's 3, 2, 1, we are live. Here we go.
Oh my god! Oh, bro! The cheapest Louis Vuitton ever sold.
I'm so glad I'm adding this Funko Pops to my collection. This is a success.
When you're on Whatnot, it's too much fun.
I've been told my whole life that I'm pretty fast. For a girl. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's not true. Because with the right team, you write your own story. So no, I'm not fast for a girl. I'm fast, period.
You've fought against the odds in every inch of every race with endless determination and grit. All of your hard work and dedication have brought you to where you are today.
It is Pi Day. It is indeed Pi
Talk to your
Day.
doctor about Breztri, 3 medicines in 1 inhaler. Learn more at Breztri.com.
The fastest growing cable news network in all of television is News Nation. News Nation respects all Americans and is news for all Americans. To find News Nation on your screen, go to newsnationnow.com. Jesse Love leading in Las Vegas for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Taylor Gray trying to get second away from Justin Allgaier. Sheldon Creed right there.
Jesse Allgaier's complaining about, being too loose. You see him just searching now. Right at the bottom, the middle, high. He's just trying to find some grip. That balance getting way too free right now for the 7.
And there's a
Oh, round goes the 26. Caution's out.
And And the fourth for an incident on track, 26, Dean Thompson.
Dean Thompson around.
This battle,
leader just
a matter of time. they were going at it back and forth. There was 4 or 5 of them together, and there were a lot of moments that it was close, and it finally happened.
It was a pack of cars there just around the 20th to 18th that were just racing tooth and nail, side by side, 3 wide at times. We were commentating on it under the break about it because it was a lot of fun to watch.
It's hard to maintain your concentration during break with McMurray reacting to everything that the fans at home are seeing side by
If
side.
his reactions are sort of for the, when we're live, just know it's the exact same thing when nothing's being recorded.
It's real.
This caution comes out in an interesting time. 82 laps to go, you're outside the fuel window. All these guys up front have 2 sets of tires, right? So, I'm assuming you pit here, you get a set, you'll have to come one more time.
This is a little bit later into the spin here with Dean Thompson, Patrick Starpoli, but if we look there, top right of your screen, you can see they're both going around. That's kind of an indication of what we saw earlier in the race. Remember, Connor Zilich had that moment with Jeremy Clements beginning in lap 2. You had the same with Cole Custer.
That was an 11-minute and 14-second green flag run there.
When you hit those bumps, you have a car to your outside. At times, it's going to be really hard to hold on. Let's take a listen to Patrick Starpoli's radio.
Rear end just stepped out on you there. Yeah, just got 3 under him. He chopped down. I tried backing up as early as I could. It just got sideways, man. Tell him I'm sorry.
Well, sums it up. Yeah, it's exactly what we thought. It's all part of the learning experience in these cars. Side force is a thing, and if you get it taken away from you, a lot of times you go for a ride.
First car 1 lap down, Ryan Ellis, he gets the free pass. Next guy would have been Chase Briscoe, who had made the unscheduled stop. So he'll stay a lap down unless he would, take the wave around here. We'll see how everybody manages this. 2 sets of tires laying for all these front runners. Progressive pit road is open, and they're taking advantage, Kim.
And Justin Allgaier in that 7 car reporting to his team is way freer that run. In fact, if he got tight across the middle, he wasn't able to put any wheel into it. In the previous stops, they took air pressure adjustment. Now they will actually make a chassis adjustment. Track bar right there, you see, Dylan.
Jesse Love in the middle of the screen said, I'm okay, but the track felt like it swung free. So he told Danny Stockman, if you think it's going to keep doing that, give me some lateral grip. They'll take a half round out of the right rear to do that. Taylor Gray hasn't said much on the radio this run. Think they've been pretty happy with their race car.
He's going to win the race off pit road. Jesse Love's going to win the race off pit road. Taylor Gray second, and then Sheldon Creed in third.
Incredible today, that crew, outstanding. Gray +1, Creed gets a spot, +2 for Connor Zilich. Allgaier lost 4 in that exchange with an adjustment. 6 cautions a day. Restart coming. 80 laps to go in Las Vegas.
Let's go.
Very weird.
Rated PG. Only in theaters April 1st.
Are you sick of tire dressings that start out greasy, then quickly fade and brown over time? Introducing Cerakote's Rapid Ceramic Tire Coat. Cerakote's true ceramic technology has just the right amount of shine and lasts up to 10 times longer than traditional dressings. Just wipe it off to get professional showroom shine without the greasy mess that slings on your vehicle. You can trust Cerakote's #1 selling family of products with over 60,000 5-star reviews. This is the best tire coat and protectant you'll ever use, guaranteed. Buy today for under $20.
Somewhere out there, someone's paying $30 for a single plate of steak and shrimp. What? At a lobster tail, and you're pushing $50.
Really?
But here, it's only $7.99.
In here, we're balling.
It's actually fire.
What is?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fireballing.
Trying to predict the future is a hazardous occupation. The only thing we can be sure of is that it will be absolutely fantastic. I'm thinking of the incredible breakthrough, the communications satellite. These things will make possible a world in which we can be in instant contact with each other, wherever we may be. When that time comes, the whole world will have shrunk to a point.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, Craftsman, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery, or ready for pickup in just 15 minutes, conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock.
It is indeed Pi Day. 314.
For 250 years, America has depended on the courage of those who serve.
Got 79 laps to go right now.
And helped us become the nation we are today. At Wounded Warrior Project,
Jesse Love is the leader.
By building a better future for post 9/11 veterans, service members, and
I love Drake May.
They've given us their best. Join us in supporting them through the next 250 years of strength and resilience. Visit woundedwarriorproject.org/USA250.
What causes a current death? Is it Peyronie's disease? Is there somebody I can talk to or help?
I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease?
Find a urology specialist who treats PD at goGetSomebody.com.
We've been selling all day the success of that two-pit crew. Twice they've won the battle off the pit lane. They held serve in this most recent cycle, but unfortunately, there was a penalty.
Oh, shit.
Violation.
Jesse Love has a penalty. That's huge.
Take a look at the top of your screen. That's Danny Stockman falls over the
Oh,
ball,
wow.
trying to catch the tire, Dylan. But was he supposed to be there?
Jesse Love with a penalty.
So that's the kind of other layer to this story. They had a pit crew member who was late getting out here, had some flight issues from what I understand, and Danny
So Taylor
was
Gray will
called
be
in
the
for
leader.
last minute to try to catch that tire. So not last minute for today. So
Jesse Love all the way back at 34th now. He's led the most. He's led the second most laps today. He's led 36 laps. All guys led 48.
The tire rolled away, and I fell over the wall to get the mother. That's why. All right.
Raging.
Big boy fan Go.
Jesse Love, man. Jesse Love, sorry he asked what happened, right? You gotta love the passion of Danny Stockman. That's why he's such a cool guy, but he's just so fired up all the time.
All right,
By the
back
way,
green.
Briscoe takes the wave around.
77 laps to go.
Sam Mayer takes the wave around. He's now 4 laps down. Gray in control on the restart. 54 jumps away, and Connor Zilich right in the game.
Taylor Gray pulling away.
Lap 2, but he's fought his way back to second. That's Creed in third.
Zillage in second.
Larson and Day up there.
Is that Zilly Zonkers?
The outside there, getting some clean air to the nose, but just doesn't quite have the run, the momentum off of 4. Gray gets away by a little bit. What a recovery by the one team. New Zealand had that issue early. Kind of slowly worked their way back to the front. Good pit stops.
No, I think that's Zilly Zonkers.
A great position as Creed's going to get to his outside.
Here comes Sheldon Creed.
Creed's been good all day long, running that second lane.
Come on, Sheldon.
Creed solid on 1.5 miles a year ago. Flexing his muscles here, waiting for his opportunity. Goes outside of Zilich for second.
Everybody will still have to pit
And he's all
again.
clear, 0-0 to the runner-up spot behind Taylor Gray.
And got the momentum down the front stretch. Might even have a little bit
Nick
of
Sanchez is 3 laps down. Sam Mayer's 4. Oh, Nick Sanchez, I think, is 4 laps down, actually.
through the middle again. Can he get it on the exit?
Sam Mayer's 4 laps down.
Oh, contact.
And Nick Sanchez on pit road.
Everything he gained, gone now.
Allgaier lost those spots on pit road. He's trying to come back in the 7. Look at Corey Day in the 17, up to 3rd. This is his kind of track. 4th here last fall.
Sheldon into second.
In the last few races, he's been impressive.
And Zilich already had damage to that right front, so you got to be worried about the integrity of the bodywork there. If it starts rubbing on that tire, that's a serious
About a third of a
right
second
there.
behind the leader.
Wall for a fender that was
Gannon.
already slightly damaged.
You think about the Cup drivers coming to run on Saturday.
About 2
Custer had the
tenths.
slide. Briscoe gets in the wall. Now Zilich is in the wall. The car not handling the way that Larson would like. They've all faced their adversities here today, and the series regulars have come
Sheldon Creed's coming for the lead. Come on, Sheldon.
See Sheldon
He's right there.
continuing to try to make that second lane work, then turn it back down the racetrack, trying to get a little bit of a run down the backstretch. It looks like he's better than the 54 right now. Just has to figure out how to complete the pass right here. Taylor probably driving out of the mirror, going everywhere that Sheldon is.
And look at Love right of your screen, starting to drive back through.
Jesse Love's already up to 19th.
Plus 10 since the restart, and going to the outside of Anthony Alfredo for 18th.
He's flying through, but this is one of the toughest parts of the race to make up time. Everyone's had the chance to work on their cars. It's going to get harder and harder as he comes through the field to make those passes to be so much faster. As we see Sheldon trying to go the outside, and you look at that flag up there. Huge gust of
some
wind
winds.
down the stretch, making these cars ill
Big
handling
winds.
into 3. And the wind's gusting almost 25 miles per hour right now. Wasn't even supposed to be windy today.
Very
It
windy.
just continues to get worse. You know the driver
Much wind.
that into turn 3. Corey Day, that you hit on a little bit, Adam. I thought this would be a good race for him just because of how he ran last year and based on how they started, but the fact that he's ahead of all those, the majority of the junior motorsports cars, and it's been continuous all day long. You see Larson right there and Allgaier, Corey Day in front of both of them right now. It's been a great day for him.
And so much of this, Parker, reminds me of what we saw out of Zilich last year, and I said it earlier. But you take the opening couple of stages to go to school, get educated, and then you pounce in the final stage. We've seen it so many times. And hey, Carson Kvapil has been impressive in that 9 as well. Just can't sing his praises enough. Driving a third different car in consecutive weeks. But once
Yeah,
again,
Taylor Gray is still leading the race. Sheldon Creed's still staying pretty close, though.
The 9 team thought they had a really good car in practice earlier today. It's taken him the whole race, though, to work his way to the front. He's been pretty methodical. You see right here with a couple of his teammates, Larson on his inside. Zilich has been able to continue, even with that damage on the right front, but no damage on the 9 car. He's had a solid day.
Caution.
It's been a great year for him.
Caution is out, 7th of the day.
Trouble on the front stretch.
Saw Josh Malicki there in the 07. Patrick Staropoli in a 48.
Yeah, I believe there was a bit of a moment off of turn 4 and actually a little further down on the front stretch potentially where this happened. Patrick Staropoli just had that incident with Dean Thompson. Got loose
So it's about a
underneath
4
it.
minute
They
and
spun in
26
1 and
second
2,
green flag
trying to
run.
Come back to the field.
Both these drivers outside the top 25.
Caution is out.
I'm a big fan of Patrick Staropoli, and he's going to tracks that he hasn't
Patrick
seen
Staropoli
before,
involved.
and putting himself in positions really that he's not been in as a race car driver. But this eye doctor who's taken a sabbatical to do it full time in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, you got to put an asterisk on his results because he's facing something different than everyone else. But he's doing a nice job.
100%, and he just always gets better through the races. As we look here off of 4, Malicki just got into his left rear, came up the racetrack. The track kind of condenses a little bit off of 4 here. So we get a shot from Chase Briscoe's on board. Yeah, well, that's just basically Jim Close took off and went right in the left rear. No fault of Patrick Staropoli. That's on Josh. But I think to your point, we were commenting in break at one point. You look at his races. He was back in the 30s for stage 1. By stage 2, he's inside the top 30. By stage 3, he was running there, racing in the top 20. It's that kind of progression that you want to see. He's definitely got the skills to be here, but just trying to learn so much. And every time we talk to him, each and every weekend almost, he goes, this is the first time I've ever seen this place. That's incredible to be doing this at this level against drivers and teams that have been, going these places for years. So doing a good job there. I love that qualifying lap he had earlier today. He was committed. Looks fast, hit the wall, and they've had to come back from that all day, but definitely he's doing a good job. Similar to what we've seen out of Carson Kvapil and Corey Day, who are doing it a different end of the field with different experience level.
Outside the pit window here, all those front runners still have a set of tires to work with as we round out the day. Corey made a lot of headlines in those first few races of the year, and there was some negative talk, but he went through the reset. He looked his problems right in the eyes and goes last week to Phoenix and gets
Under
that
caution
top 10.
here.
Very impressive there, and starting to
67
go
laps to go.
Now a second time, and you just know that's going to infuse some confidence for him, and he was already impressive in Las Vegas in his first go
Ryan
around
Sieg's
last
on pit
fall,
road with
doing
the hood
today
up on the
what you would
car.
expect stepping up in third.
And I think what's we're getting rumbling towards here as we get later in this race. This is when the restarts get a little bit more aggressive. And we've seen, Jamie, that outside lane doesn't quite work. And I feel like when you get later into these races, as we look, pit road will be open. It's a tough decision. What do you do? How aggressive do you get? We'll see if anyone chooses to come down here.
Ooh, we're going to get a couple of little fake outs right there. I don't think anybody's actually coming.
Brandon Jones is coming.
Jones comes in, maybe taking a chance.
Some guys farther back are coming in.
Jesse
Love's coming in.
You know, indecision there. He was really close to that orange box when he
I think Jesse Love would be very close, but could make it to the end.
Split decision here. Some of the drivers coming down pit road, Dylan.
Yeah, we saw Brandon Jones. He's on the right of the screen and what hit first. Was listening to the 2 radio, and there was a lot of discussion between Jesse and Danny Stockman about what the right move was. They are very, very close, they feel like, to being able to make it from here on fuel. So that is what they're going to do. Fuel only. They'll save their last set of tires, and if nothing else, maybe on the last stop, this may give them a little bit shorter fill if they're able to drive back through the field. But some interesting strategy moves here that you can do when you're a little bit deeper in the field.
Let's go back and watch Jesse Love when he's coming in here. You've got to have all 4 tires below that orange box.
Just makes it.
Woo, woo. He almost came to a complete stop before he decided to come in.
Taking the risk.
A little strategy playing out. This 2-car tries to come from behind. Taylor Gray leading with 65 to go.
This isn't just a motorcycle. It's an engineering miracle. Time machine.
It's a good friend. It's all your friends.
It's your inner child. And it's all the stars in the sky.
It's a highway to your final form.
And as America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive protects whatever it means to you.
Wait, are you talking to me? Sorry, I can't hear anything with this thing on. This isn't just... No. That's you, sorry.
Arby's Meat and 3 box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and now you can also get the Big Crispy Fish Sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meat. If you're over 50, Consumer Cellular has special deals for you. Need unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data? That'll be $35 per month, or way more with Big Wireless. And if you look at 2 lines, Consumer Cellular is almost half the price. Plus, extra lines are just $20 each per month. Why haven't you switched? Got questions? Just call us. See how we can cut your bill. If you're over 50, get 2 unlimited lines for $30 each. Call Consumer Cellular.
Tajin chamoy sauce, that tangy taste explosion with a fruity kick, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to Tajin it?
Oh my God, I'm shaking.
Whatnot is an app where you can buy and sell all sorts of collectibles.
You need to get on there because you never know what you're going to find. 3, 2, 1, we are live. Here we go.
Oh my God. Oh, bro. The cheapest Louis Vuitton ever sold.
I'm so glad I'm adding this Funko Pops to my collection.
This was a success.
When you're on Whatnot, it's too much fun.
Hey, let's go for a drive. Let's put your superhero belt on.
There you go, Grandpa.
Returning the favor is a gift.
Superhero belt?
The Choose Roll brought to you by Freeway Insurance. More ways to choose, more ways to save. Freeway, your way. Top 2, both going bottom lane there.
Well, I think this is sort of the choices I was talking about there before we had the stops, that it gets more and more aggressive, and it kind of gives you the opportunity to either slot in the second or try and push it 3 wide into turn 1 at times.
Getting ready to go back green.
Gray sleeping a little bit, so we'll see what Shelton decides to do.
Corey Day said, I'll take the
It's going to be 63 laps to go when we take the green flag.
Brought to you by Progressive. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit progressive.com. The Focus, Jesse Love. And the penalty on pit road. Lead the race, win the battle off. You get trapped back in traffic. Do you come to pit road or not? They come, barely get inside of that orange box, flirting with another penalty, but he makes it work. They top off the fuel tank, and prior to the choose, he was 28th. But they saved that set of tires, and they're good on fuel, so if this thing runs out, could work out for him. And he's back there with Briscoe, who had taken the wave around. Both these drivers, kind of in a similar spot trying to drive through here.
Well, the play for Love is hoping it runs green here. Maybe he can make it. And Briscoe has
we go.
tires, has 4 tires on, so it's going to be fun to see.
Back to green, 63 laps to go.
That inside just gets such a good launch. I think Allgaier is all over the back of Corey Day. They're connected right here. He can make that outside work at all.
But Sheldon
Taylor Gray
did not
leading.
get a good launch. He was not in the rear bumper there. Taylor Gray.
Look at the 17.
Corey Day.
Here comes Corey Day.
Down the back, down those side drafting.
Past Sheldon.
We'll see who comes out on top.
Kind of slowing each other down right there. We got 2 different cars on the outside, both of them trying to make that work.
Sheldon's seen double right now. Right outside of before.
The spotter's like, there's another one.
Sheldon secures second. Yep.
Time to make hay.
Yeah, Corey
Or third, sorry.
Jeremy Clements.
Oh, Jeremy Clements in the wall.
How about that?
Well done, Jeremy.
Well, not really.
Yeah, this is so fun, because Jamie talks about the fact that Briscoe did get tires there. Brandon Jones got tires. He was
right real fast.
in the running order at the restart of those that came down and got tires there. So this is where the opportunity comes in. There's going to be a lot of give and take here as we ride on board with Briscoe.
Yeah, and then we've got some different players.
Briscoe's in
guys.
25th.
As this race has evolved, Allgaier was dominant at one point. This is awesome to watch the speed this 19 has. Not only a good car, but also having those 4 fresh tires. You see Allgaier getting a little bit of momentum back here inside of Larson. But it just seems like as the races went on, we keep seeing different guys start moving to the front. Take a look here. Jeremy Clements, you see Brandon Jones on the outside getting a massive run.
4 wide right here to come together. And then this basically cut down the right rear tire for Jeremy Clements, who does an excellent job holding onto this car. You start to see it wiggle there.
Here comes Corey Day for the
Got a
lead.
battle for the lead down the bottom.
Corey Day takes the lead from Taylor Gray. And Sheldon's closing in.
17 on point. Hendrick Motorsports has never won here in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. 10 Cup
Corey Day, new leader.
first all time. Twice they've won in Vegas in the Craftsman Truck Series. And with 59 to go, Corey Day has Mr. H's car in the lead in Las Vegas.
Yeah, interesting to see him run through the middle right here, even once he got to the lead. See, he gave Taylor the bottom. It's to me like Taylor's struggling just a little bit here. His Creed's all over the back of him right now too, but that's so impressive by the 17 to get to the lead here.
It's just incredible with the amount of experience he has in these cars, how quickly he's figured out the aero. And when we talked to him last week in Phoenix, still all the things he doesn't know and that he knows he doesn't know and how much he's learning. And to be able to put himself in position like this,
Creed battling
in
with
the
Gray.
lead later on in this race, just continually learning and evolving and
Slow
getting
car
better.
there on the
That's what
backstretch.
you want to see. This is what Kyle Larson has seen in this young man. This is what Jeff Gordon has seen in this young man. Rick Hendrick. This is why he's in the seat he is, because they saw this potential in Corey Day, and he's showing it right now at the lead.
Yeah, we've referenced the fact that he's been running the high limit sprint car races next door here, Thursday night, Friday night. Well, this is just race 1 for him today, because he's going to run the high limit car again tonight. Those guys are running sprint cars, so sprint car guys are nuts. They race so much.
Unbelievable.
Following the top 3, Day, Gray, and Creed. Right behind them, it's a junior motorsports parade. They've got positions 4th to 8th in the running order. One more time, we look at the battle for the lead.
Yeah, and he just was on the top, had a little bit of a run. When they slid up, he had the momentum, made it look easy right there into turn 3. Not driving away, though. Like, as you watch this, those first 3 or 4 are all running almost identical lap times. Creed's moving around, just trying to find grip. And I think what they're looking at is the car that's getting bigger behind him. Justin Allgaier is on the move right now, about 2/10 quicker than all 3 of these guys.
Yeah, and one of the things that's concerning me about Corey Day here is just how he's not really committed to a line there. You know, he's going through the middle of 1 and 2, which can work in short bursts, but you don't want to be there too often. And then he's just a bit up off the bottom in 3 and 4. This time, he gets to the bottom of 1 and 2. That was a smart move. And then in 3 and 4, it just seems like he's not able to get to that white line. So we'll see if that continues to last. But that 7, on the other hand, was committed once again.
Yeah, and Parker, I think that's just part of the learning process. I mean, he's just trying to figure it all out right now of where his car's good. His spotters, ooh, he's a little bit loose right there. I saw the back get out from underneath him. Hasn't been out front all day, right? So your balance is going to be a little different in clean air. And this is just all part of the learning process. We talked about it with Corey Day. We talked about it with Star Poli. Listen, it's the only way you learn is to go out and race and try to figure it out.
Sheldon kicking up dust up there. No doubt. You know, you're thinking about those drivers that came down pit road on lap 134. Brandon Jones on tires has worked his way to 10th. Jesse Love didn't take tires. He's back up to 14th. And look at Gray peeking to the inside.
Trying to get to Gray, trying to get to Day. Gray Day.
That was a great example of what I've been watching down.
Or Day Gray right now.
He just doesn't quite get to the bottom. He has this large arm. He's not timing the.
It's not a gray day though. It's very sunny.
To get to the white line, and therefore you get caught in almost like a no man's land a little bit. And gave the 54 big run.
Here comes Sheldon. Sheldon gets into Taylor Gray, and Taylor Gray's on the wall. Sheldon with a very aggressive move, and the caution is out.
Heavy damage.
Wow.
Taylor Gray.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's probably going to stay out just to try to take him out.
We'll go to the garage with it.
Can I defend that?
It just didn't make
I don't know.
sense.
I want to see a
Trying to
replay.
get to the inside of the 17, but I don't.
Taylor
it was
Gray
like
going to the
double zero
garage.
had a little bit of a run as well.
It was like Sheldon wanted to.
So Sam Mayer will pick up another
right?
position.
Like he do earlier down the straightaway, but didn't detach from him, and early enough as they got into the corner, was still pushing. This could be a message. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Jaden, why are you?
Right here.
I thought you liked Sheldon.
Yeah, here we go.
Yep. He expresses displeasure.
I love it.
Here's Taylor Gray.
One, I think. Yeah.
Flipping him
Why
off.
wouldn't you? Here's Sheldon Creed Radio.
He only get a few blocks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well. So he definitely did want to detach.
Yeah, that's an interesting perspective that Sheldon has there, because it looked to me like he was trying to get inside of Corey Day, so I don't really know that that's a block, because we'll get a better look at it here from
Let's see this.
an aerial view.
I'm going to be fucking unbiased about this.
Ton of momentum. Taylor does sort of move the bottom, but he's also going below the 17. And
I mean,
Sheldon uses the front.
it was Sheldon's fault. I don't think it was intentional, though.
I don't know that. And I get what Sheldon's saying.
It was Sheldon's fault,
Hitting
though.
somebody on corner entry is the.
I think he was just trying to get him a little squirrely. I don't think he was trying to wreck
It's not
him.
a slight tap at a short track, move you out of the way. You're going 170 miles an hour at that point, down in the corner. You know when you hit someone like that,
I don't know,
be the
man.
result.
Well, the one thing that we don't know, and that only drivers know between themselves, is the history they have between the two. There might be more there than what we see, but it seems awful egregious. 50 laps to go in the race.
You know, I'm just thinking about the big picture perspective for Joe Gibbs Racing, and we said
But maybe I'm wrong.
a top 5 this season.
But I'm just looking at it at that unbiased.
Today, no doubt, was Taylor
Yeah,
Gray.
obviously
Some more
it was his fault.
00 radio Sheldon
But
Creed's team.
I just don't think he did it intentionally.
All right, we didn't have that audio there, so maybe we'll get it to you a little bit later on. Pit road is open. Everybody's in the window now. Some guys have already taken, a set of tires here, but these drivers have not. Day leading them down.
Pit stops here.
Yeah, and Corey Day leading his first laps in the series, period, here today. Very impressive. Said he was tight getting to the line. You see that chassis adjustment. Justin Allgaier there in the center. They're going to take fresh tires to Sunoco Hill. And then finally, Sheldon Creed, that missed audio that you didn't hear, he said Man, that was my fault, but you can only block
Yeah, it was
guy
about a
so
5
many
minute and
times.
49
He's been
second green
frustrated
flag
with the
run.
54. He said free entry, tight center, but he's been fighting all day. Dirty air, real bad for the 00.
Execution has been big all day on the pit lane. We'll see how it all shakes out. The race off Progressive Pit Road. Sheldon Creed and the 00 team able to jump in front of the 17 of Corey Day. He wins
Sheldon
the race off Progressive Pit Road.
you know,
Plus
Sheldon
one
wins the race off pit
Quattro.
road.
Larson gets a spot. Allgaier
Let's
goes
go.
2 in the wrong direction. And the other thing to point out here is some drivers had come
Yeah,
down
some
in
drivers
134.
did stay
Upon
out.
them, Brandon Jones, no tires left. He stays out here. You know, and he was probably on the wrong side of it as far
I'm gonna
as
go
fuel
pee real
mileage, but
quick.
This caution will help him save a little bit.
It's part of the choices you have to make in these O'Reilly Series races when it gets down late and with tire limits. Sometimes it puts you in a bit of a box, and you kind of have to make some choices that may look suspect from the outside, but are kind of the position you're in.
Yeah, but they were in the best position if it runs green. He has the tires. He's going to have
That's
enough.
how you do
You take a little bit of a gamble there. Just didn't work out for him right here. But he's not. It's not like he's on extremely old tires, but it is definitely going to be a deficit for him. These guys with 4 new tires behind him.
I'll say this, though. You get him out of balance on tires, and you get a restart here. It's going to be entertaining. We'll have it for you next. Caution number 8 in Vegas.
With 4imprint, you get more than promo products. You get the certainty of personal service, design expertise, and unmatched quality to make your moment shine. Visit 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Are you sick of tire dressings that start out greasy, then quickly fade and brown over time?
Introducing Cerakote's Rapid Ceramic Tire Coat. Cerakote's true ceramic technology has just the right amount of shine and lasts up to 10 times longer than traditional dressings. Just wipe it off to get professional showroom shine without the greasy mess that slings on your vehicle. You can trust Cerakote's #1 selling family of products with over 60,000 5-star reviews.
This is the best tire coat and protectant you'll ever use, guaranteed.
Buy today for under $20.
Sur La Table has it all. From La Sortie to La Birthday to La... Oh my gosh, I forgot the sauce. Even if your idea of La Yum 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 is La Open the Box. Shop in-store or online for curated cookware, bakeware, and anything you want to make with. Sur La Table, for those who love to cook in the kitchen.
When expectations are high, there's no room for uncertainty. To maximize impact, your logo needs to look great, on the right gear, and arrive on time. And that starts with 4imprint. Visit 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Big restart coming inside of 50 laps to go at Vegas. The Choose Rule brought to you by Freeway Insurance. More ways to choose, more ways to save. Freeway your way. And keep in mind as we do the Choose, top 3.
Okay, the Choose here.
Out here, Sheldon Creed, the first on fresh tires, goes to the inside. Corey Day goes with him.
And that's where Sheldon would want to be, because you can go to the inside here, potentially if you get a better restart and sort of get 3 wide if they're still side by side in the front row, and using those new tires and all the grip he'll have, be able to get away from them.
Sheldon has the freshest
But
tires.
This will be interesting. Hey, let's
Brandon
go
Jones
back
is
and get
still
that
has
Sheldon
relatively
Creed
fresh tires.
Radio presented by Starkey. Scan the QR
I don't know about
code now.
Alfredo.
Yeah, I mean, that was my call, but you only get to block so many times. Yeah, that's kind of what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, I think with 50 laps to go, it's just too aggressive, and that will come back to haunt him. I think that, you know, at a later date, Taylor Gray will catch him and most likely return the favor. Sheldon's had a fast car all day long. I don't know that he needed to be that aggressive.
Let's go, Sheldon.
Early on, but that was his decision, and he'll have to live with it.
Yeah, those blocks can be frustrating, but did Taylor do anything wrong or out of the ordinary? Absolutely not. And that wasn't really blocked because he was going to this below the 17.
Yeah,
so.
if the 17's not in front of him, it's totally
Jaden, why were you
different,
talking
but
shit?
He's trying to get to the inside. I don't.
It was over the top for sure. I think Sheldon will regret that one when he looks back at it.
Top 3 stayed out. They're on those, older tires. Front row, Jones, Alfredo. Outside of row 2, Jet Burton is the other one that stayed out here. First time Jones has led laps this year. Here we are once again in the Echo Park restart zone.
Green flag back in the air.
Where car buying is easier, better, and happier.
The top line
line didn't get going at all. Anthony really struggled.
Ooh,
You see
man.
Day pushing Creed there. Look at
Come
the
on, Sheldon.
outside.
Here comes Larson.
Day, run on the outside.
Oh, fuck. Come
He's
on.
going for the lead. How about it? 88 trying to dance to the front.
Haven't seen Kyle Larson
Damn it.
all day long in this position.
Sheldon
Great
loses a
restart.
bunch of spots.
Look at Briscoe on the top doing the same thing as well. Man, Rick Hendrick has to be smiling right now.
Sheldon back to
See him
6th.
pumping those cars out front.
Sheldon Creed fell way back here on that restart. He got absolutely swamped. Outside the top 5 now, trying to fight back. That great management for Seth Chafka and everyone with that 19 team. He hit the wall, had to make the unscheduled pit stop, did the wave around. They've kept him in the game, and there he is, riding the high line. Look at this momentum here. If he gets to the right rear here of Justin Allgaier, you get the side draft, the draft in front of him.
Oh, he's the inside of his teammate Sawallich right there.
And
He's
look
going
at
where they're not.
I mean, Parker Retzlaff is 6th, level on tires, and trying to get Viking Motorsports their 3rd top 10 finish of the year. You came in top 10 in points. Look out!
Jesus Christ.
Allgaier, Briscoe, Sawallich, they are getting after it. 45.
Oh, geez, Love.
My is Love. Got his hands full.
Man.
Wow. Jesse threw it on in there, got in front of Justin Allgaier, but couldn't quite gather it up. Allgaier packed air on his rear bumper on the exit and moved him out of the way. Did not appreciate that move whatsoever, and retakes the spot. Straight up entertainment. Larson in day 1-2. Sammy Smith has worked his way up to 3rd, and from 4th on back, Creed, Quamble, and continuing to impress 99 Parker Retzlaff. Moved in the offseason and is driving now for Viking Motorsports, and boy,
Creed up
is
to
he out
4th.
the gate strong in the campaign.
Sheldon's in 1st. Or, sorry.
Retzlaff looks really
Creed's
good.
in
Look at this
4th.
battle we got for the lead right here.
Larson's
I
in
gotta think
1st.
These two guys out front battled it the other night in sprint cars, and here they are at a 1.5-mile racetrack. Oh, his day missed the bottom right there. Is that going to give him? Oh, he held up pretty good right there. Sammy Smith, though, looks to me to have the best car of the 3 out front. I don't think Larson's car is that good. I think Day's better than him as well. We're going to find out right here. Oh,
Man.
They had a big arc right there. I think Day had to check up just a little bit. It took off on him as he hit the bumps there down into 1. Front end started to bounce up the racetrack, and he just slipped in behind Larson as Sammy Smith is going to get to his inside off of 4 here. This is going to really slow up his momentum if Sammy's able to side draft him, which he does. Uses the shorter distance down below the white line. Sammy Smith, average running position 12.6 today, but he drives to the inside of Corey Day, and he's a runner-up behind Larson. Looks like he missed the bottom right there just a little bit. Day's going to have some momentum. Ooh, almost got into the wall right there. Yeah, Sammy Smith, awesome job today to put himself in the position he's in late in the race. You see Creed coming back into the picture after having a bad restart.
Sammy's having a great year. 6th or better in 3 of the 4 races this season. The only time he didn't finish up inside the top 10s when he had the tire problem running great at Atlanta. Been really good with that new crew chief Corey Shea, and great late in this final stage here today.
See Kyle Larson on this restart. Parker mentioned the outside not having the momentum. Look at Kyle, gets a little contact right there with Alfredo. Never checks up, has the momentum on the outside. Brandon Jones held that inside line up just a little bit. Just perfect scenario for Kyle Larson right there. Larson in a similar situation as Sammy Smith, where he's just picked the best time of the day to get that car right, had a great restart. Lap times actually look pretty decent out of the 88. These guys racing is exactly what Kyle needs. He's trying to slow everybody back down. They get side by side, lose a couple of tenths a lap.
And they're slowing each other up, and if they look behind them, it's not only Sheldon Creed, but that black and orange car of Chase Briscoe has been the fastest car on the racetrack for a couple laps now. He's catching this group pretty quickly, running that high side down in 3 and 4. So if he gets there, none of these
Briscoe
guys
all the way
will
back
be
up to
there.
5th.
He's got clean track. Isn't it funny that we came into the day thinking it would be the Larson and Briscoe show, and they both have had their issues, not a great average running position, but both in the top 5 late. Here's Creed making a move. He and Day just continuing to trade for third.
And it's been anything but normal for those two Cup guys. You said it, kind of up and down days and haven't had dominant cars all day long, but it shows why they get to race on Sunday. They just work through it, continue to try to get those cars better. Restarts are where they capitalize. They do such a good job on the restarts to get the cars when they're side by side. So easy to capitalize in that moment.
When we think about how you throw it around at this track, 3 of the top 5 guys that made.
So Creed did pass Day to get in the third.
Day and Briscoe, that's how they all started. And you saw a quick flash there of Jesse Love. Had the pit road problem, came down, fueled it at lap 134, whatever it was, and now here he is inside the top 10.
Briscoe getting the outside of Corey Day. It's exactly, major side drafting there. Corey tries to move up. I believe this will be hard for him to hold off because Briscoe's just got so much momentum on that top side. It's been about the only car in the top 10 up there. He clears Corey, sets sail. Now focused on Sheldon Creed, who's in third, and look at the distance he gains on Corey Day with the momentum off the high side.
Briscoe 2.2 seconds behind race leader Kyle Larson with 2 good ones in between. Sammy Smith and Sheldon Creed, second and third. It's time
Allgaier won both the stages today back in 7th.
Sound is a problem. Sound Gear has the solution. Scan the QR code to learn more at soundgear.com. Turn it up.
Just music to my ears.
Entertaining race, Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. A lot of movement at the front of the field. Early portion of this race dominated by Justin Allgaier. Swept the opening stages. He's led the most laps today. 48 out front and trying to get back up there as he passes Day for 5th. But right now it's his teammate in charge, Kyle Larson, in the 88 with a half a second advantage over another team car from JRM, Sammy Smith, in second. It's here now from Taylor Gray down to Dillon.
Yeah, he is out of the care center. So Sheldon said on the radio he felt like you blocked him one too many times. Do you feel like your level of aggression, whatever it was at that point in the race, was warranted on your behalf?
Yeah, I mean, we're racing at the start of the run, right? And I knew the 00 was better than me in the start of the run, but not significantly better, right? So, yeah, I mean, I think, throwing a block on him is fine, especially with 50 to go, and then just got wrecked. But can't thank everybody at Toyota Racing and Joe Gibbs Racing for building really fast race cars. We had a really fast operation there at Giro Supra, and just kind of move on.
Thanks, Taylor.
Well, I think the point of the race is a big part of that as well, right? There's a lot of aggression with 50 to go. Probably unwarranted, unneeded. You can send that same message without ending someone's race like Sheldon did there with Taylor Gray. And those blocks happen, and they happen often in tracks like this where it's so important to try and keep track position. I think that was a step too far. Well, Creed is the guy right now that's holding up Briscoe. Briscoe's been running that top line around the racetrack the whole time, and Creed saw him starting to catch, so he moved up, kind of maintaining his lap times, but it slowed Briscoe down about a 1/10 and a half. As you watch, when we get down here into turns 1 and 2, Creed's been running right against the wall, and he seems decent on this end of the racetrack. But 3 and 4, when he runs the top, he just can't generate the speed. Larson's kind of committed to that middle and the bottom. And his lap times, they're just up and down. It's like that car is right on the edge. If he hits it just right, he has a good lap time. Listen to the throttle right here. He's trying to get his nose down just a half Sheldon Creed in front of him to get some air on the front of that. It makes such a difference.
He's got another problem here in Justin Allgaier.
Yeah, he does.
Pretty quickly, and it's so frustrating when you're Chase Briscoe because you've got that lane to yourself. You're able to use it to have a ton of speed, but the second someone goes up there as he tries to fight back to the outside of Allgaier, it just kills all your momentum when someone moves up in front of you, like Sheldon has, because it just takes away that clean lane. You can't quite run the wall as well, and you don't have the same lap time that you had before.
Yeah, Allgaier's just fine with him running the top. He's like, you leave me the top on him. It's perfect for me.
Allgaier started strong, trying to finish it strong. A few hiccups on pit road today for the 7 team have cost them some spots. They overcame adversity to win last week, and we've talked about Jesse Love and the issues that he's faced trying to get back up inside the top 8. He's 9th right now, and Racing Sawallich is once again Allgaier painting the line. Can he clear this time? Slides up in front of Briscoe. Allgaier now to the 4th position. You know, and he's only roughly 2.5 seconds behind. So even though they've been racing, haven't lost a
So Larson is pulling away.
Yeah, but as you
about a
watch
1.8 second lead
bottom, you saw him get super loose right there.
over
Look,
Sammy Smith.
The run that 19 has back around the top. I just don't. The 7 car doesn't look to have the speed that he had the first half of the race. They made that one adjustment. The balance got too loose, and it just doesn't seem like it just doesn't have near the car or the advantage he had over the field early on.
They slid up in front of him last time around. Couldn't maintain it. They'll continue to race for 4th. Jesse Love able to get by the 18 of William Sawallich, the reigning champ, up to 8th. And now for 2nd, here's Sheldon Creed.
Sheldon passes
This
Sammy
is the
Smith
guy
for
I'd be worried
2nd.
about if I'm Larson. I think Creed's been extremely good on the long run.
See if he
He's
can
been able
catch
to make
Larson.
his car work in a lot of different places. Briscoe's been the fastest car the last couple of laps running that really high line. But
About 2 seconds right now.
Double Zero can do now when he gets out. Has a little bit of clean air. As you see Larson's in traffic. Most likely he'll slow his lap times down. Just did 3/10 that last lap he slowed down.
Goes by Ryan Sieg, who's had the problems today. Got the free pass in the last caution. But he's now a lap down once again.
Yeah, the key for Briscoe is that when Sheldon wasn't there in front of him, he moved up once again. Even Allgaier moving up there to try and get a run on Sammy Smith to the outside. But Briscoe really is hoping that Sheldon would stay to the bottom in some respects down there like he had when he passed Sammy Smith, but now run the top side of 1 and 2 as well. And this is just hindering Chase being able to get the full potential of running that outside. Well, it just continues to get hotter outside. That's going to allow these guys to slide around a little bit more and search for grip. And the top has become better the later in the race we get. Like, it's not just with tires, it's about the later in the day we get, whether it's rubber getting laid down on the bottom of the racetrack. We've seen a couple of guys migrate to the top. Creed and Briscoe, and they're 2 of the faster cars on the racetrack. Larson's going to want that information, because if they start catching him, obviously we know he's good at that, but he's going to have to work on that a lap or 2 before, 3 laps before, so we can get his timing down.
What about the race leader, Dylan?
Well, it's been interesting to follow their progression all day. I spoke to Marty Lindley at the start of the day, and he said, Kyle wants to get in here and dominate this race again. You remember the last time he said that was at Bristol last year when he led like 90% of the laps, won the race? Well, it hasn't been that kind of day for sure. They have worked on this thing all day, and they had some setup ideas based on what Marty did with Zilich last year.
21 laps to go here.
Marty said, look, even if we don't get it exactly right,
Got Larson leading.
he's going to figure it out. And with time and laps, he has done that here, and he's the leader with 20 to go, but has some hard chargers behind him, Kim.
And behind him is Sheldon Creed running in that 2nd position for the 2nd straight week, kind of in a position where he could contend for the win. Remember, after last week's race, he said that win in Atlanta has taken so much weight off his shoulders, and he approaches these end race situations in a much different headspace. He's way more calm, he's more thorough in his decision making, but right now still kind of battling some of the same things he's battled all race long. Loose in, tight center, loose off. He said clean air though is absolutely king, Dylan.
Chase Briscoe is starting to get it wound up again in the 19 car. Remember what he said to me earlier in the race, that I just want to have fun and try and get a top 10 out of this run. Well, he has done that for sure. Has been the show so far today. If you remember when he was a full-time driver in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, he swept the races here in 2020. He knows what he needs to get the job done, and Racing Creed for 2nd now.
How about Mason Maggio. The lap car. And it's like, what are you going to do here? They split him and drive around him. Briscoe up to second around the 0-0.
And that was a huge moment for Chase Briscoe because he's been one of the fastest cars, if not the fastest car on the racetrack for.
So Briscoe's around Creed for second. Can Briscoe catch
Larson?
Larson?
Where Sheldon went to the bottom, that happened going by the lapper there of Mason Maggio, and this opens up the chance for Chase to try and run down Larson. He's been at times 2.5 tenths faster than Larson running up next to the wall. But he did it that lap, passing lap cars. You know, so if he gets his timing down and doesn't have to deal with all that, it'd be fun to watch the 19, see if he can make that happen. Larson responded that last lap with a little better lap time. Briscoe is using, I mean, all of the racetrack right now.
But you know what? That's what was impressive to me, Jamie. When he got to fifth, he was 2.5 seconds back. He's dealt with all this traffic. He's up to second, and he's 2.3 seconds back. So, you know, if now he's in that position where he can gain some ground, the opportunity might exist as he sees Larson out in front of him.
Way faster that time. 3 tenths there for Chase Briscoe than Kyle Larson. So just in that lap alone, cut it down to 2 seconds. Think about the 19 earlier in the race. He spent 16 laps a lap down. He smoked the wall at one point. We thought maybe he was done. He has recovered. That car's beat to death on the right-hand side, but he is wheeling it right now.
Hey, but I said this earlier. It's a team effort. And when you get, you know, out of balance on strategy, you lose a lap, you got to play the game. Seth Chapka has done an unbelievable job taking the wave around, managing the limited tires, and so on. And that's what put him in position to pounce here late. 16 laps to go. Larson working around the lapper of Jeremy Clements. 2.2 seconds the advantage over Briscoe.
It's incredible. Kyle is just committed to the bottom. Even when Briscoe's been able to run a faster lap time, which you know they're conveying to Kyle Larson, they're giving him his lap time and the second place guy Briscoe's lap time, and he's committed to the bottom. That lap car slowed him down. Austin Green. Kyle, though, just, man, he's just hooking that white line all the way around.
Yeah, I don't know if Briscoe's going to catch him.
A terrible lap right there, most likely for some lap traffic. Yeah, it's been
about 2.5 seconds behind.
After he had that big lap.
So unless there's a caution, I think Larson's got this.
The last 2 laps have not gone the same way. And the only fear I'd have for Chase is just how much he's abused that car. Big slide off of 4, having to run in traffic, having to run the outside as much as he has compared to Larson, who's now had this clean air for so many laps, been able to run the bottom, stay disciplined and committed down there. We'll see if he can find some more speed in that 19 once again. Saw Kyle make a little adjustment through turns 1 and 2. These guys running completely different lines. Look at that. Larson all the way on the bottom. You see putting that left front on the paint. The car right behind him's on the right, running as high as he can. Oh, that lap car. Clements is going to crush this lap time right here. Not going to have any momentum. Look at that. No momentum on the exit.
Just no margin for error when you fall into the hole, and when you consider everything they've dealt with, a runner-up today would be outstanding. Certainly not over yet. 13 laps to go, and don't rule out, you know, it's been a heavy day as far as caution flags, 8 of them. Don't rule out a caution and a late restart. The last thing Kyle Larson wants to see is he drifts coming to 12 to go. And you think about how busy he is. We talked about the sprint car side, racing the last 2 nights. He'll do it again tonight at the dirt track. And then back here tomorrow, qualified inside the top 10 earlier today. And go for his 4th victory at NASCAR's top level at Las Vegas tomorrow afternoon.
He never ceases to amaze me with his energy level for racing, for being in a race car and racing. It's unbelievable. You look at that schedule and the different ways you drive these cars and all the different things you have to understand about them and the races. He just continually wants to be in a race car and finds a way to win when he's in them. Yeah, and the one thing that has stuck out to me over the last 4 or 5 laps, 10 laps, Larson has been able to get through the lap traffic better. Briscoe's faster lap time-wise, but the penalty, Briscoe has to run the high side of the track. And if someone's in front of him, he has to follow them through that set of corners and then pass on the straightaway, where Larson's been able to manage through traffic a little better. A lot of the lap cars have given him the bottom, which is played like lap time-wise, Briscoe's quicker. But Larson keeps opening the gap up because the deficit.
Yeah, it's about a 3-second lead.
In lap traffic is huge. Oh, there's a car to the wall right in front of those guys. Is it going to bring a caution out? Right in front of Corey Day. There's LeVar Scott there.
No caution.
On the wall. He's still rolling.
No, somebody else. Oh, Dean Thompson.
Without him bringing caution out. No yellow yet. Gets
No
down onto the
caution.
apron. We'll see if he can bring it back and what NASCAR decides to do.
Yeah, it's a right front tire down. It almost looked like some sort of.
It looked like a
issue.
motor.
Yeah,
No caution.
The tire went down in 1 and 2. He was able to get off the racetrack.
He was running 16th, and the bad luck for Sam Hunt Racing continues. Harrison Burton 17th in the running order right now as Larson comes by. Thankful there's been no caution. 9 laps to go.
Larson 100% does not want to see a caution right now. He does not want Briscoe to line up on his outside for a green-white checkered or 4 or 5 laps. I just can't believe the job he's done today. I know we talk about his ability, but he's taken a 4th or 5th place car and has put himself in a position to win right here. And it hasn't been by being overly aggressive. It's just taking your time, making the right decisions. That guy on the right, Marty Lindley, he was so confident earlier today when I talked to him. He's done an awesome job. All those wins with Silich last year.
I'm not surprised. It's Kyle Larson. And he makes me shake my head all the time, whether I'm racing against him and watching him do something in a race car in front of me and thinking, that's pretty incredible. I'm not sure how he does that to watching this race right now. And to your point, a car that did not look that competitive, almost falling outside the top 10 early on in the day, to just navigate himself to clean air, get the lead, staying disciplined on the bottom, and now has a 2.7 second lead, only 7 to go. That's wow.
Corey Day pops the wall. Opens the door for Connor Zilich. That's the battle for 7th.
Yeah, Day's run better than this all day long and then actually got to the lead at one point. But this last run just has not lined up with him. Saw him get into the wall a little bit off turn 4. The handlings went away on that car. See him, the back's going to start sliding out. Get up in that gray. Just barely nicked the wall right there.
There's 6 laps to go.
He's trying to hang on for a 4th consecutive top 10. Came in top 10
he
in the
hit it
points.
again.
Popped it again. And Larson is like, come on, bud. Hang on to it.
Yeah, not now.
We don't need him to bring out the caution. Would crush perhaps his teammates' chances here. Quasi-teammate, Hendrick Motorsports, Junior Motorsports.
That was pretty good contact that time. Almost looks like he hit with the right front
Yeah,
and
Briscoe
the right
in
rear.
second, 2.5 seconds behind. Sheldon in third, almost 5 seconds behind.
I guess from the first time. Let it slide. I think it's one of the things, he has immense car control that I see out of Corey Day, but I think what he's learning in these cars and putting in his notebook is when you heat up the right rear in these cars, you got to give it a chance to recover, give it a chance to cool down, or it will continue to punish you lap after lap like he's done there.
Chase Briscoe trying to get Joe Gibbs Racing first top 5 of the year. Riding 2nd, heading to 4 laps remaining in Vegas.
Chase hasn't lost the speed. He was about 2/10 faster than Kyle Larson last time, but just a bit too far back.
And look at Larson, the last 3 times he started a race for someone other than Hendrick Motorsports. He wins in the 88 for J.R. Emmett Watkins win in 2022. Got it done in that thrilling finish at Darlington driving for Colleague a few years ago. And last season in for Connor Zilich when he was injured at Talladega. He won at Texas, and he's hanging on to it here with 3 laps
Coming to 3 to go for Larson
He's trying to stay undefeated.
in the O'Reilly race at Las Vegas.
Well, I think it's safe to say he's going to make it, guys. I think Kyle Larson's he's gonna be okay in his career. He's pretty special.
My win pick. I should have put money on it.
God, he's hanging on to it. He's got a 3-second lead. He's almost spun out. It looks like it turns 3 and 4. He just has tape.
Man, sometimes I think he does that for our benefit, right?
Yeah,
I'm going to put on a show.
Coming to 2 laps to go.
It's almost like watching SVG at the road course.
And 2 laps to go at Las Vegas.
Quarter late in the race, but he's got a big lead.
2 to go for Larson. 2.5 seconds in front of Briscoe. Working a little bit of lap traffic, and now he just wants to get through another half a lap or so and get to that white flag. Doesn't want any overtime restarts here.
And here we go.
Working around Brendan Poole. Off the turn 4.
Going to the white flag.
And back to the white flag.
Taking his time.
One more time around for Kyle Larson. White flag is in the air at Las Vegas.
1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank for what's ahead. wasn't the best car when the day began, but he continued to work on it. Crew chief never lost confidence, and in the final stage, he turned it up.
Yeah, Larson really did. Wasn't the best all day, but yeah.
2026.
Came through when it counted, and he's going to do it. Kyle Larson is going to win at Las Vegas in the O'Reilly race.
He wins at Vegas.
Hey man, you bailed us out. Sorry, I give you a terrible race car, but
Marty Lindley, who lives in South Carolina and makes the drive every day to Mooresville, North Carolina to work at Junior Motorsports, gets another victory. Had that magical campaign a year ago with Connor Zillage.
Called his shot earlier today.
great job. That's a bit unexpected, so congrats team, that's awesome.
He said no matter the race car that we give that guy, we know he can find
That was
a way
about a
to win with it.
25.5-minute green flag run to end the race there.
They probably didn't have the best car, but that man behind the wheel just made it happen.
18th career victory. Second time he's won in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series here at Vegas. And he'll try to get the sweep tomorrow, driving for Mr. H. '25, all about Junior Motorsports. 17 wins, 6 different drivers. The 6 different winners set a record. Said a moment ago, they won 3 in a row with 3 different drivers in 2026. Shane Van Gisbergen in the 9 at Coda. Last week to the series regular Justin Allgaier, and today to Larson in the 88.
I'm really
Kyle
hoping
Larson,
that
your
Owen
winner at
has a
Las
Corey Dave
Vegas.
T-shirt or sweatshirt on again right now. That would be epic.
It's 5 wins for Junior Motorsports here at Las Vegas, matching Joe Gibbs Racing and Richard Childress Racing. The most all time when you look at these active teams. Briscoe second, Creed another top 5. Allgaier, after winning both stages, finishes 4th. Sammy Smith was 5th. 3 JRM Chevys inside the top 5.
And here comes Larson after his win in the O'Reilly race at Las Vegas.
Notching his second victory in this series here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And during pre-race, his young son Cooper said, "You just need to go faster, Dad." You did that, but you didn't run away with the lead until the second half of the race. What was the difference between the first half and the second for you, and the second for you, and the second?
I finally remembered what he told me and decided to go faster. But no, my car.
There's Owen. What sweatshirt is he wearing? Let's see.
Corey actually did a good
You had a
job
Corey
there,
day?
leading laps.
Wow.
Yeah, no, my car was not handling the best at all. I was just super tight, loaded. And I couldn't carry any speed through the corners, and I was just getting ate up on restarts, and I mean, really the whole run. But yeah, that last restart, we had some guys stay out, and I had a good launch, was able to get to the middle and get some clean air, and then I think, just me being able to kind of run the line that allowed my front tires to build where they needed to just allow my car to be okay on the long run, I think helped. So yeah, I was a bit nervous. I knew the 00 and Briscoe sounded like ripping the top, and I tried it like once, I wanted to, and I didn't feel good up there at all. So glad we were able to pick our way through traffic well enough. But yeah, thanks to HendrickCars.com, Junior Motorsports, Mr. H, Marty. It's always fun to get to race with him and get another win. Much harder work this week than at Texas, but yeah, we got a few more, so hopefully we can get some more wins.
This was your first start in the series of the season. What did you think of the racing you saw out there today?
Well, I got to see a lot of racing on a windshield because I was just a average mid-pack guy for most of it, and it was good. It was really good racing. Corey was fun to watch. He was sideways like the whole time, and I was like, man, if I could just get some of his turn, I could look really good. But no, he did a good job. He was like, I'm telling you, I don't know if you could see onboards of him, people behind him, but like, he was sideways. So it was cool to see, and yeah,
I don't know, clean air just must have meant a lot today, so glad we were able to get the lead when it mattered.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Kyle Larson, a winner here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
And I think Las Vegas Motor Speedway should send him an invoice. He needs to buy a ticket because he got to watch the show, and then once again, he became the show. He said for a while, I was just an average mid-pack driver. But when it's time to go, he delivers again. Kyle Larson celebrating. He knocks it out in the final stage here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. More post-race coming up.
Bipolar 1 can
Alrighty, y'all.
overwhelm the mind. Sometimes
That was a fun race.
and unpredictable.
Congrats to Kyle
Can make it
Larson.
hard to get out of your head. Finding relief.
We'll be live for the Cup race tomorrow, and
Ask about
I think we'll have Dom here tomorrow.
Treat the lows or highs.
Pretty sure.
Vraylar treats depressive.
Pretty sure we're gonna have
and
Dom
mixed
here
episodes
tomorrow.
Of Bipolar 1 in adults. Proven
So,
full spectrum relief
that's
for all bipolar 1
gonna be
symptoms.
fun.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or
but yeah.
stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants
Yes,
may
I know,
increase in
Jaden.
those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may
alrighty,
be
y'all.
life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death.
I'm gonna end this shit right here. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. It was a fun time, and
Sleepiness,
peace out.
nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.